waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. 'Cause this is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. 'Cause this is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Once again, they're not sending out the notifications. They weren't treating me like this yesterday, but it's all good, man. I hope everybody's having a good day. Y'all already know what time it is. Hit that like button so we can get our family up in the building so that they'll know that we're actually live. Listen, man, we're going to be going over the PFF grades for a quick stream. It's very interesting. And I got to say, I believe that it is spot on. We're going to talk about that and more. Let me say this, y'all. You know, a lot of people, they love to talk bad about PFF when it doesn't fit their narrative. But then when it does fit their narrative, they run the PFF to use it. I've done my research on PFF. I've did the background. I've literally tried to learn exactly how they calculate and everything. PFF is one of the most accurate sites there is now. As people try to make jokes about it for the last few years, now it's the go-to in the industry because they have an entire team, hundreds of people that watch every single game and they replay the game and they're watching every single position and every single player, giving them their evaluation play by play by play. What people don't realize is those are also statistics. Everything is a statistic. TD went live 5 times this week. That's a statistic. Everything is a statistic. And they've done their research. They've talked to coaches. They've talked to players about what's weighted heavier. What do they think is more difficult? All of those things. And they also rank you against your peers. And they evaluate your individual game, what you could control. So if you're a quarterback and the O-line screwed up and it caused you to mess up, they don't count that against you. They only say, is there something you could have done? And then they grade that. And PFF is going to give us an accurate assessment of what happened with our team and how we compare with the NFL. And it's pretty interesting. It's not the prettiest sight, to be quite honest with you all. But a lot of the things that I said yesterday in my show, PFF is basically proving it. It's basically proving it. So we're going to talk about it. The people that don't like it, they're going to say, oh, PFF is a joke, only because it doesn't fit the narrative that you want it to fit. But when this O-line was terrible, I saw everybody running the PFF. Oh, this is the worst graded O-lineman, worst graded O-line in the NFL. You can't have your cake and eat it too. All right. So let's break it down. Let's talk about it. All right. We're gonna dive into it. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen and we want to go over PFF for the team. Let me go Chrome tab, PFF, share. I don't need to be on the screen. All right. So let's break it down, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins, AFC East, we have a 1-0 record. The points scored, we are tied at 17th in the NFL with 20 points. That means the points that we put up, we're the 17th best team in the NFL. We're not even average. We're below average in the NFL's points put up. It's not a big meaning right now because everybody got different opponents and things of that nature. As the year goes on, that number and that ranking will, mean more. I'll say that. All right. Try NGO said, TD, can you send a link for membership? The link should be in the description below. It should be in the description below of the video saying membership. all you have to do is click the button that says join. All right. And you should see it right below. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, so it should be right below. Anyway, let's keep it going, guys. All right, so points allowed. We are second in the NFL with points allowed, only giving up 7. All right. Points allowed, we only give up 7. That is second in the NFL, tied. So there are other teams that have the same thing. I just don't know how many teams. We'll look into that. All right. Overall, we are the 24th ranked team in the NFL. There are teams that lost that performed better than us based off of PFF. And I believe that because we left too much on the field. And that's offensively and defensively. I know a lot of people like to say, well, we got 3 turnovers, but look what happened without those turnovers. The Patriots were actually doing what they wanted. If it wasn't for those turnovers, it could have been a totally different story. Defensively, we really couldn't stop them. We only stopped them because of turnovers. And that is a concern. I know a lot of people don't want to recognize that. They're like, the defense ball and led the way. They did because of the turnovers. 72 Fins logo. We did all 22 last night. We're going to do some more today. So our overall team is 24th. Our offense was 17th. That's better than I thought. That's better than I thought. But we did produce some yards. We put up some yards. So our offense is 17th in the NFL, but it's not on the better side. Defense is 25th in the NFL. And y'all, I already know what some of you thinking. How could our defense be 25th? You'll see. When we go into the raw data, you will see. I'm telling y'all, when you watch the film, if you watch the Patriots side of offense, they were doing whatever they wanted. If it weren't for those turnovers, it could have been a bloodbath. They were getting whatever they wanted almost. All right. Cloud Life says, so are you taking the opponent you played into consideration? What if Patriots are a really good team? Well, as time goes on this season, those things will weigh in. All they can do is go off of what was given in the first week. After the second week, you'll have a more accurate assessment. After the third week, even more accurate. It gets more and more accurate. So all you can do is go off of what you have at the moment. But I know what you're saying, but you got to let time tell. Special teams, we were dead last in the NFL. And pretty much y'all know we got the Ravens coming up next. PFF has them favored by 3.7 points. And that's pretty much it. Now, I want to go to roster. I want to go to individual grades, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what's going to tell you the picture. And now you're going to see how accurate this is. And it was exactly how I described it yesterday. Exactly how I described it yesterday. Tua had a good game. Why are y'all being so like that? PFF said he was a 53.3. He was the 26th quarterback out of 32. 26 out of 32 overall composite score. Yeah, but he didn't turn the ball over. How was Joe Burrow 53.7? He didn't turn the ball over. Joe Burrow did 4 times. This is what I was trying to explain to y'all yesterday. There's something called the EPA score. The EPA score tells you how much impact you individually had on scoring. And the problem with Tua, the first 2 years and including Sunday, he had very minimal impact on us scoring. What does that mean? If you throw a 5-yard pass that goes 50 yards, that's the wide receiver that put the work in. Remember those plays we went over in the all 22 where we threw in the flat and Chase Edmonds breaking 3 tackles and shaking people? You get credit for that 1-yard pass, but all that other stuff, that's Chase Edmonds gets credit for. All 50 yards aren't created equal. If I throw a 5-yard pass and the receiver puts in work and go 50 breaking tackles, and another quarterback like Joe Burrow throws a 50-yard pass, he's going to get credit for the 50. Why would the guy who throws the 5-yard catch and the receiver does all the work get full credit. That's what that is about. People, and that's where your impact on the game is greater, especially when we watched the film in that second half yesterday, and there were so many open people in the middle of the field, and we just missed them. We took sacks. That's why his score is so low. Everybody, and I'm tired of all these film analysis where they put 3 plays on the screen, and all 3 of them are the good ones. And they say, oh, look at this excellent film breakdown. Nobody wants to dive into what he needs to be better at. Why is everyone scared to talk about what he needs to be better at? If you truly want him to be the franchise quarterback, you should be paying more attention to the things he doesn't do well so you understand where he needs to be better. That's why I hamper on it so much. We left last season saying Tua needs to improve his ball placement, and he needs to get better with the intermediate throws over the linebacker under the safeties. And yesterday showed you he was once again horrible in that department. All he did yesterday is do what he already does well. It tells us nothing new. Everything he did well yesterday, he has always done well. There is nothing yesterday that makes you say, oh, that's new. He never did that before. Everything he did well yesterday, we all already know he does well on a regular basis. We got to start paying more attention to the things he doesn't do well so we can really understand if he's improving or not. That's all that matters. I'm not going to put extra emphasis on what I already know he does well. I am going to point out what he struggles with, and if he continues to, I want to make sure you all know, because if he don't get better in those areas, he's not the franchise quarterback. And I'm going to clip all those plays that I'm talking about later today anyway. But Tua is ranked the 26th out of 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. And people don't understand why that is, and PFF is a joke, because you want to ignore what I continue to point out to you all. You want to say that I'm picking on him when I'm just like PFF. What investment do they have to pick on Tua? What benefits them for picking on Tua? They're not picking on him. They're grading him compared to his peers, and this is where he's falling. And I'm telling y'all this exact same stuff, but I'm the hater. He is a 53.3 for the overall day. And we saw on film last night, especially in that second half, just horrible. Why? Missing wide open receivers. He has to be better than this. Matter of fact, he missed wide open receivers more than he did in the past in that film study last night. Y'all saw it just like me. It gotta stop, man. Let's move down, all right? Let's keep it moving. Trent Sherfield, a guy that was pretty much kind of non-existent in the game. And this is what I didn't understand. They were trying to always keep a high safety to watch out for Tyreek speed. They ran a lot of cover 3, a lot of cover 2. They ran a lot of that. And they basically tried to take Waddle and Tyreek out of the game. And I expected a game plan where Cedric Wilson, Trent Sherfield, and Craig Kraft and these guys to take off. And they be the guys that's getting, the opportunities. But we kept trying to force feed Tyreek and Waddle. We kept trying to force feed those guys. And Cedric Wilson, he did not have the best day. Let me back this up. He was rated a 61.3. He was 53rd out of 100, but at least he's right around the 50 percentile. At least he's around the 50 percentile. Then you got Cedric Wilson, who's 61.2. As a matter of fact, y'all forgive me. I actually never went into the raw data. Let me go into the raw data, okay? As you can see, in 2020, Tua Tagovailoa was a 65.4 based off of PFF. That was good for being the 31st out of 38 quarterbacks. 2021, he improved. He went to 68.3. He actually had growth. He ended up being the 25th out of 37 QBs. And he's starting this season 26th out of 32, which is 53.3. So he's going to have to definitely pick it up. He's definitely going to have to pick it up. We had 37 passing snaps and 23 rushing snaps. This was his individual profile. Trent Sherfield, another guy whose grade was pretty low. Honestly, his receiving grade was even lower at 48.2, but his overall was 54.4 because I think he had that end around rush. So that probably helped him and brought him up to 54. But he was non-productive, and I can't wait to see like the separation charts and things like that because I need to renew my premium stats. I need to renew this, by the way. Well, actually, I don't need to renew it. It's still together because I hadn't done anything. They must be taking the money out of my account. But we'll go over the premium stats at another time where we can get all the details, separation, and all of that. But he had a bad day. He had a bad graded out day. But Sherfield, this is kind of what he's been in his career. The best year he's had was in 2020. But this is what you can come to expect from him. Again, making plays in the regular season. Midnight Wolf said, TD, when McDaniels and staff go over the same film with Tua, are they getting in him like they should, or are they saying it's okay, you'll learn? I think they're getting in him. Mike McDaniel, he's not going to tell you that in public, but Mike McDaniel, I think he coaching. I'm going to give him more benefit of the doubt than it seems. Mike McDaniel is coaching. I know when he saw this film, he got into it. He said, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. You got to be better. What did Mike McDaniel say in the presser? I told Tua, you have to be excited about getting better or wanting to get better in certain areas. You got to want to know what you need to get better at. And that's because Mike McDaniel saw that film and he saw exactly the things that I was seeing. Mike McDaniel's job ain't to make excuses. Oh, don't worry, Tua. You know, at least you got the ball to where he touched it. He should have caught it. No, Mike McDaniel ain't playing them games. We got to throw a better ball here. Regardless of if I feel like he should have caught the ball or not, we gotta be better. We have to be better. All right. So Trent Sherfield, not a good start for the season. His run blocking was excellent, though, 78.4 in run blocking. Y'all see that standout right there? His pass blocking, also excellent, 69. See, they're doing a good job in this area, and that's why Sherfield is getting playing time. Let me tell you why, because hold on, let me pull this up. The pass blocking and run blocking, that's actually phenomenal. Y'all know all them two man routes with Waddle and Tyreek. Them other receivers stay in the block. These guys are doing a heck of a job doing that. And he got 21 snaps on offense in his game. So that's a good look. But you see the receiving versus him versus his guy one-on-one, terrible. He was getting no separation, making nothing happen, a 48.2. You got to be better than that. Let me increase this size for y'all. Hopefully that's a better look. Hopefully y'all can see it better. Yeah, I don't need all this down here. All right, give me a second. 150. Let me go 165. Do they have a custom? My bad. All right, that's fine. All right. All right, let's keep going. All right, Cedric Wilson, 61.2. That is much better than Trent Sherfield, but still not very impressive. It's fair. He's 53 out of 100. By the way, Trent Sherfield didn't even make the top 100, I guess, with his score because he's not listed on here. 53 out of 100 is the score. Let me see here. 28 snaps in the game. His receiving versus one-on-one, he was basically a 61.7. He got to be better to be our number 3. You want to see him at about 65 at a minimum. He got to get better separation and make more plays. And he didn't have any pass blocking situations, but he did have run blocking situations, and he was poor. Cedric Wilson was poor in the run blocking at 54.1. So Trent Sherfield, if he can get better in his one-on-ones, he can earn himself a job, but he's not. He's pretty poor in that area. Let's keep it moving. River Craft, all right, only 10 snaps. He graded out pretty bad as well, a little better than Sherfield, but 55.6. He was 57.8 in his one-on-one battles. Still, we need guys at about 65, man. We need better than this. Outside of Tyreek and Waddle, we got to have better than this. Run blocking, he was a 55.5. That's poor as well. Our backup receivers just didn't have an impact on the game. Now, mind you, they got an end around, maybe, one little comeback route here and there, but they didn't impact the game at all. We're not getting the production that we would definitely like from those guys. All right. What's up, Joes? Everything good? Ronnie, it's all good, my guy. Oh, just as clearly, I see that. I've been through it. Just find it kind of odd that the ones that are still mods are those who don't like Tua as much. Just my observation. I guess that's if those are the ones, that's a little bit of a coincidence. Because I don't really know who's a Tua guy and who's not in the comment section. I just go off of interaction, but I did just mod you up though, because you've been here for quite some time and you be rocking with us. TD still sees me, don't worry. Exactly. But anyway, let me keep it going, guys. All right, let me move this out the way. I don't need this on here right now. I want y'all to be able to see the whole screen. All right, let's keep it moving. All right. Tyreek Hill, okay, 73.2. The second highest rated on the team. He was 19th out of 100 in the NFL, which is real solid. With him and Waddle, you want them guys to be top 25 every week, and both of them did their job. His run percentage was 63.1. Remember, he got some end arounds or like the jet sweep or whatever he had got, and it got blown up. It didn't do so well. One of them did decent where he got around the edge. We did a good job blocking. So overall, he was a 63.1 running the ball. We're really not looking for those guys to, have high scores in that area, but, make some plays, which they did. His one-on-one, he was a 71 grade, which is really good. I told you need like a 65 at a minimum. And he was a 71. It could be better, though. Think that rating would have definitely been higher had, we took advantage of some of the wide open opportunities. Now, one area that all of our receivers, with the exception of Sherfield, run blocking, our receivers are horrible, y'all. In run blocking, they've just been horrible. Tyreek and Waddle. Tyreek was a 59.5. You got to be better than that. 65 is the bare minimum in every category in my eyes. You got to be better than that. He had 40 snaps. You got to be better than that in run blocking. But overall, solid day by Tyreek. It definitely wasn't his most explosive potential. He could put up 200 yards in any given game. And hopefully he gets some of those. We'll hit him in some of the things that we missed from last week. We'll hit him eventually. I think the Ravens is going to be a big game for him and Tua. I think they're going to put up massive yards, over 300 potentially. That got to be the breakout game, but we'll see. Jalen Waddle, 75.4. Okay, he was the highest rated receiver, 63.1 in run blocking. No, not in run blocking, but in the running game, he was a 72.9 in one-on-ones versus the DBs. Excellent. I like that, 73%. And his run blocking is poor at 60.5. Got to be better in that area. All right. Got to be better. Hey, y'all, let's not make the comment section toxic. All right. I don't want to have to block nobody. Y'all don't go back and forth trying to attack each other. All right. So let's clean that up. Or I'm going to have to do some things. Y'all been warned. All right. All right. Let's get to this running game. Exactly what I told y'all. We can't run the ball. I don't know why. We were poor running the ball, but the game felt like we were running okay, if you ask me. But the end result, we definitely didn't run the ball well. And I know New England has a good run defense, but here you have it, man. Raheem Mostert, 36 out of 53 for running backs. He was a 59.7 overall. The run grade was a 58.7. We don't have a single running back over 60. We don't have a single running back in the run grade. Oh, yeah, Alec Ingle, but in the run game. Some of the standout areas is the receiving versus Chase Edmonds. I think that was evident in the game. Did y'all see how he caught the ball out of the backfield and made plays? He was phenomenal, and he was rewarded with a 72.7 in the passing game. But that also tells y'all, look at it. This is what it tells you. He still was only rated a 63.8. That means our run game, man, we're behind. We're behind. We got to do better in the run game. But I'll say this, we definitely have a weapon, y'all, when it comes to throwing the ball to a back out of the backfield. Chase Edmonds is that dude. Putting him in open space, he going to shake a guy, break a tackle, speed himself around the corner. Chase Edmonds proved that yesterday. The man had 40 yards reception. That's a nice little chunk to add on in all purpose of helping the team. But we got to do better rushing the ball. Got to do better rushing the ball. Pass blocking, we're kind of poor, except Raheem Mostert. Them play actions, he does a good job pass blocking. And this is what I don't like. Look at Raheem Mostert. Only thing he was good at was pass blocking. And then Chase Edmonds, only thing he was good at was catching the ball out of the backfield. And then Alec Ingle wasn't good at nothing. But he's the fullback. He's 7 out of 12 in the NFL. So for a fullback, even though the production wasn't nothing, that's still 7th. Bottom 50%. Chase Edmonds was 26 out of 53 running backs, so about 50%. But we don't have, a top 50% running back. A top 45. The top 45% of all backs in the league. We got to be better in that area. Ethan Carter didn't play much, only one snap. No need to talk about him. Got injured. Mike Gesicki. Lord, Mike Gesicki. 44.9 rating. He can't block to save his life. Look at this. Pass blocking was 55.6. He, just like these running backs, didn't block well. What the homie said? We moved up from 19 to 13 in power rankings on NFL. Yeah, absolutely. Because you're a top 16 team because you got to win. Those power rankings just go off of wins and losses and where you kind of rank. So hopefully we can maintain that. Mike Gesicki. Both blocking categories just poor. In the passing category, the receiver one-on-one, you were a 49 with separation and everything. It's just not working for him. And I was with 25 snaps. It's not good, y'all. But so far, everything I'm seeing in these grades are real reflections of what we saw in the game. I don't see anything that's off. Durham Smythe, I told y'all, and by the way, Mike Gesicki, 49th out of 56 tight ends. Terrible. But Durham Smythe, he is the 9th best tight end in the league right now based off of PFF. He had a 70.9 rating. That is phenomenal for him, especially not being the guy. You know why? Even in his one-on-one battles, catching the ball in the secondary, he was 64.9. He was beating people out there. He was making a few plays. It wasn't amazing, but he was better than a lot of these guys in separation and all of that. And then when you look at the pass blocking, he's superior. 79.1. He the only guy out here blocking. He's the only guy out here blocking. 79.1. I got to see these scores to see if anybody was better. And then run blocking, he was fair. I told you got to get a minimum of 65. He was right at that minimum for me at 65.8. But we knew this last year. Smythe looked better than Gesicki last year. I told y'all that, and y'all got mad at me. I said, to be honest with you, trade Gesicki, because Smythe is giving you just as much production, and he's a better blocker. Gesicki needs to just be a wide receiver, and it is what it is. Hunter Long, bad. Ain't that? I mean, he better than Gesicki, but it's still bad. 52.7. His freaking when he go out versus a defender, he ain't getting much separation. Still better separation than Gesicki. His pass blocking is worse than Gesicki, a 45. His run blocking still ain't great, a 59.5, and a lot of them be double teams on the edge. Hunter Long ain't, man, Durham Smythe is the guy right now. All right, to the big dog of the day, the best player in the NFL at his position, and I got to eat crow on this because I didn't believe in this, even though the snaps are still high, but they were still converted. But Connor Williams, y'all. Connor Williams has the best center score in the NFL at 82.3. He's the number one center on PFF. Connor Williams. I did not like this situation, but Connor Williams is number one. And he wasn't. Now, what's funny about this is Connor Williams, he was bare minimum in pass protection, 65.4. He wasn't great in pass protection. It was fair. It was good. I'll say it was good, but 65.4, we still want him to be better than that. You got to be better than that. But it's okay. Because the run game ain't nobody better. 86.6. Phenomenal in the run game, and the guy plays 60 snaps, y'all. But the pass pro still got to be better than that. But it ain't nothing to be complaining about because 65 is the bare minimum you want. He was 65.4. So Connor Williams. But here's the problem I have with the Connor Williams, because I think he would have been rated just as high as a guard, because Liam Eichenberg at guard. Let's skip down to Liam Eichenberg, y'all. You see the issue here? Oh, my Jesus. Do you see the issue here? Look at Liam Eichenberg. This is the issue I have. This is why I still, regardless of Connor Williams being the best center, this is why I still wanted to go get a center. Because look at Liam Eichenberg. Look at freaking Liam Eichenberg. Worst PFF grade on the team, I think. We got to keep looking, but I think. 29.8, y'all. I ain't never seen a PFF grade so low. He lost on every battle and he played the whole game. Like, gosh. 20.8, 36.6. It don't matter what category. I don't care. It's bad. Pass protection, run blocking, just bad. Just bad. 66 out of 68. Only 2 linemen guards in the NFL are worse than him. Boy, let's go back up, man. All right, let's go Robert Jones, who only played 3 snaps, so I don't need to talk about him. But in the 3 snaps, that pass protection was nice, 75.9. Maybe he need to go ahead and start at the guard position. Maybe he need to go ahead and start at the guard position instead of Liam Eichenberg. I'm just saying. Because, you can't get no worse than what Liam just did. But you got to understand, he out of position. They've worked him out to be a guard when his true position is a tackle. So we'll see what Mike McDaniel does. Let's see if he makes any adjustments. We'll see. All right. Teron Armstead, 72.2 is exactly what he better be. Teron Armstead better not have a game under 70. Well, we saw one play where Armstead got obliterated, but most of the game he was holding it down. Pass protection, he was 81.3, which is phenomenal. He got to be better in run blocking, though. That's not going to be acceptable for him. 62.9, that's not going to be acceptable. He got to be better in that run blocking. But let's be honest, we brought him in to protect Tua in the pass game. But we need more in that run game. But the 72.2, that's exactly what his money is worth at a minimum. He shouldn't have a week under 70. And hopefully he don't. So good job by Armstead. But once again, I'm sorry. Shout out to Connor Williams. All right. I'm jumping ahead. Let me back up. I actually skipped one player. Robert Hunt. I skipped him. He was 14th. By the way, Armstead was 18th out of 64. So that basically means only 17 tackles were better than him. So we need him to get in that top 10. I would like to see him in the top 10. Robert Hunt, congratulations. 14th out of 68. You're in the top quartile. 71.8 grade. Hanging in there with Teron Armstead. But you got to get better in pass protection. 63.1 is the grade. And great run blocking, 71.7. Now, lastly, because shout out to Robert Hunt. That's very good, by the way. That's very good, by the way. And he continues to grow each season so far, so he need to keep that trajectory up, okay? But I got to say this. This is the issue I have with our O-line. Well, let me do Austin Jackson first. Jesus. He was a 56.8. That's unacceptable. Like, that's unacceptable. Y'all give me 1 second. I got somebody at the door. Give me literally like 30 seconds, all right? All right, appreciate y'all patience. Austin Jackson, unacceptable. Got to be better. Now, your pass protection, though, was better than I thought. 77.9. So Austin Jackson, excellent pass protection, man. That's shocking. That's really good. But he only played 14 snaps. His run blocking, horrific. Now, here's the issue we have, y'all. I want y'all to pay attention to something because I'm going to put all the linemen on the screen. Do you notice the trends? We got 3 offensive linemen that are playing well. We already knew Robert Hunt was going to play well. We knew Teron Armstead was going to play well. We knew Connor Williams was going to play well. We just didn't know if that center exchange was going to be an issue. We already knew that. Ain't nobody else playing well overall. O-line failed in the first week as far as the gaps that had to get better. Has Tua ever made an accurate all-platform throw? Oh, y'all going at it in the comment section. But here's what I don't like about the O-line. The first category, like you see the first category is the overall score. The second set of color category is the pass protection, and the third one is the run protection. Look at the pass protection. You got 3 guys. No, take Robert Jones out of there. He only had 3 snaps. You got 3 guys doing their job in pass protection well. Everybody else is bad in pass protection. With the exception of Connor Williams, he's average. He's okay. Solid. And then when you look at the run game, you only got 2 guys doing something in the run game when you need all of them. You got Robert Hunt and Connor Williams dominating the run game and nobody else helping. This just like our linebackers. I hate this. We got an issue with the O-line and the linebackers in the same issue. Linebackers, half of them can run tackle, can get after the run, but they can't cover in the secondary. The other half can cover in the secondary, but they can't stop the run. Same thing with this O-line. Less than half of them good at run blocking and terrible at pass protection, and less than half of them good at pass protection and terrible at run blocking. No identity. We still don't know if we could protect well. We still don't know if we could run well. No identity yet. These are the numbers that tell you we still ain't even got an identity. Our team doesn't have an identity. We don't have anything that we do strong yet. Like not one particular thing other than getting turnovers. There's nothing you can put your finger on and say, we do this well already. We don't run the ball well. The pass protection is poor, and we leave a lot out on the field. So next week, we got to change the overall composite score because this ain't going to be acceptable. We got to do something in this Ravens game that give us better cumulative scores. We need O-line help. But now do you see, let me go back real quick, because I know it made some of y'all scratch y'all head that PFF has us ranked literally the 24th overall team. Now do you see why? That's just offense. We're 17th in offense. You see why we ain't top 10 right now? We're 17th in offense. Now we're going to take a look at defense. We got 3 turnovers. Why would we be 25th in the league in defense? This is taking into consideration all the players on the field, what they did. I'm telling y'all, our defense did not play as well as we think. We just got turnovers. I know we raved and went crazy about our defense, but the truth is we just got turnovers. Let's dive deeper. Let's go to the defense. I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm nervous. For us to be 25th, that means some of these guys going to have some bad scores. I bet X probably got a bad score too. All that holding he was doing. All right. Defense, here we go. Look at Cater Kohu. How y'all pronounce that? O or U? Put the U in the comment section if it's Kohu, and put the O. No, man. Oh, never mind. It is what it is. Kohu. Put who in the comment section if it's Kohu. Put O in the comment section if it's Koho, because I need to get it right because he balling out. Y'all know I don't give nobody attention unless you're balling out. Kohu? Okay, I appreciate it. Kohu. Cater Kohu. I don't give nobody, I don't entertain the scrubs at the bottom of the depth chart unless they ball out. I don't learn their name until they ball out, and he deserves for me to start learning his name. Sunday was reminiscent of our 2020 season. Turnovers making us think we were a lot better than we were. I agree. We about to find out why. Look at Kohu. Kohu balled out. Run defense was phenomenal at 69.8. You see them highlights on Twitter where he coming downhill. His coverage score was freaking 90.7. Man, 18 total plays. He got to get more playing time, y'all. He earned more freaking playing time. He only had 18 snaps. He deserves more now. It's official. It's official. This kid deserves an opportunity to get more snaps now. Nick Needham got roasted. 39 PFF. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. When you look at the film on the New England side, because I watched it last night for like 2 hours in my bed. New England guys, man, they were moving the ball at will. They were beating our guys. They were open. And I was like, dang, thank God for these turnovers. Thank God for these turnovers. Ken Rosa said ESPN got us at 11 in the power rankings. And the other thing talked about under our ranking was Kader Kohu. Awesome, man. And I know that PFF got us 25 overall. And ESPN and all of them got us 11th. And somebody else said 13th on NFL.com. Y'all got to understand, they're heavily driven off of record. They're heavily driven off of record. This is giving you a true composite score of your team, the competition level, the players' ratings they played against. Were they scrubs? Were they good? The ESPN power rankings and all that ain't nothing but, the 10 analysts saying, hey, put them here, put them there, and then they average it out and they give you a ranking. PFF is giving you what your team actually did on the field compared to the rest of the NFL. And they got us 25th. But I think y'all are seeing why. And the offense wasn't even the main issue in that regard. Y'all give me 1 second. My bad, y'all. Let me pull these rankings down. I want y'all to take a look at the first site because I just got to go open the door for this guy that came to do some work for me today. Y'all give me a second. My bad, y'all. I thought I heard the front door. Oh boy, TD getting swatted. Hey, that'd be fine. Let me see. I got haters. They're gonna catch a cyber charge. Anyway, let's go, man. Nick Needham got obliterated, man. Run defense. You got to be at least 65. You got to do better. Coverage, just horrible. Keon Crozen. Oh my gosh, terrible. Terrible. Then you got run defense 47.1, terrible. Look at this secondary, y'all. Look at this secondary. Xavier Howard 55.2. Run defense just under 65, but that's solid. That ain't bad. But coverage, pass rushing coverage, terrible. Terrible. And when you watch the film, which we're going to watch the Patriots film today or tomorrow, you'll see what we're talking about. You'll see it on film. X was not good in the secondary. Most of the time, he was holding Parker. Thank God Mac missed some opportunities too, based off of what I saw last night on film. Elijah Campbell, no need, only 4 snaps. Brandon Jones was the highlight on the defense, 70.6. Him and Kohu, 56 snaps. Brandon Jones did his job. Run defense, 61.8. Pass rush, we already know, 83.4. That's that sack fumble for the touchdown. And coverage, 64.7. Still got to be better. Y'all see how underwhelming this secondary is in coverage so far? The last row of color, with the exception of Kohu, who only got 18 snaps. Look at this last row. Look at the coverage grades. Terrible. Look at this. Nick Needham was 93rd out of 15. Xavier Howard, 69th out of 95. Brandon Jones, 21st out of 70. Gotta be better. Javon Holland did a good job yesterday. Solid. 68.6. That's what you want from the young fella. He's 25th out of 70 in the league. His run defense was excellent, 67.2. I mean, good, not excellent. His pass rush wasn't as good. He wasn't getting there as much yesterday. Mac Jones, there was some blitzes they sent him. Mac Jones got rid of it quick. He couldn't get there, but his coverage was really good. Javon Holland and Brandon Jones coverage was solid yesterday overall. Those are the only 2 in the secondary that covered well. Those are the only 2 in the secondary, and that's why at least we know Baltimore ain't got no receivers. I mean, Lamar got some production yesterday out of his guys, but, you know, I ain't worried about them. But the safeties played well. But, y'all, this secondary was bad. This secondary was bad. We were all turnovers, y'all. All right, let's move down to the linebackers. Duke Riley, that's a solid 66.6. I like that. Run defense for Duke Riley, 60. Got to be better. The pass rush for Duke Riley, 58. Got to be better. The coverage, he was good, 65.6. But once again, a guy who ain't doing well in the run, but does better in the secondary. Jerome Baker, 48.2. I'm not talking about Jerome Baker. I'm sick of him. He's just bad. He bad all the way across, okay? I keep saying yesterday, my bad, man. I don't know why either, but Sunday. But Jerome Baker, I'm not finna talk about him, okay? He was just bad. Sick of it. And Landon Roberts, I ain't talking about him either. He was worse. He's Mike Gesicki out there, 28.5. Y'all see what I'm talking about? I told y'all our worst unit is the linebacking core. And the second worst is the O-line. And look at what's reflecting. What did I tell y'all preseason? Our linebacking core is the weakest unit, and our O-line is the second weakest. And what are you seeing in these grades? I ain't talking about Baker or Roberts. That's just terrible. I ain't got time for it. Zach Zeller, amazing, 73.6, balled out again. I'm telling y'all can get mad at me all you want. Zach Zeller is the best defensive lineman we have on this line. I've been telling y'all that since last year. I said he was better than Raekwon. Raekwon was just a first-round pick. Zach Zeller was rated higher than Raekwon even last year on PFF. Zeller was the 3rd-ranked defensive tackle last year. And Christian Wilkins was the 6th. At this point, we got to ain't no need for dilute. Matter of fact, look at this. Zeller got more snaps than Christian Wilkins this time. Zeller got 43. Christian Wilkins got 41. Y'all can stop getting mad at me and listen. This is, I'm telling y'all. I've been telling y'all, save the money on Christian Wilkins. You already got the replacement in Zeller. Instead of 43 freaking snaps, get a man 60. And you go draft another one and keep it moving. I mean, you ain't going to sit here and be able to pay Christian Wilkins no $16, $18 million a year. We can save that money. Or keep both of them, and it is what it is. You know, I ain't going to knock that. Or keep both of them. I ain't going to trip on that. But if you got to choose one, you still got Zeller for another 3 years on a cheap deal. Now, Christian Wilkins is a beast. He didn't have a beast day. He had a bad day, by the way. But he a beast. We know that. But Zach always show up. Let me show y'all Zach's year over year. Look at Zach. Look at, he's stout in the run game. Pass grade, he got to be better. But the run game, unstoppable. Look at this. Look at the growth. Look at every year. He doing his job every year with the exception of his rookie year, but barely even played. Every year. Top quartile. The last 2 years, he was in the top quartile. And then you go Christian Wilkins, right? He's been improving, but every year he has a lower score than Zeller, however you say it. And this ain't a good start to the season. Christian will be all right. I mean, he going to get it up, but right now it ain't a great start to the season. But I'm telling you now, it is very reflective. It is very reflective, y'all, of the simple fact that Zach got more snaps this time. They know what they seeing out there. Oh, let me look at Christian Wilkins. Look at his run defense and pass defense was poor. Zeller was moving people in the run defense, throwing people, hitting the running back in the backfield. They both got to be better in pass D right now. So Christian Wilkins didn't have a good day. John Jenkins, no need to talk about him. It was only 10 plays, but he was poor too in those 10 plays. Emmanuel Ogbah had a great day, 76.5. He had the highest rating on the line. His run blocking was 84 point. His run defense was 84.3, just under Zeller, but his pass rush was a little better. But again, it's supposed to be he out on the edge, but it wasn't even that much better. It was still poor. But I want y'all to take a look at something real quick. We still got a few more people to look at. Hold on. Let me stop it right here. Who else we got? Melvin Ingram. We knew what he was going to be coming in. I told y'all he was going to take that starting job. Van Ginkel ain't had a chance. He had 31 snaps. Van Ginkel had 7 snaps, and Van Ginkel was poor. His pass rush was horrible. What category is that again? The run defense for Van Ginkel was all right. It still wasn't 65, but look at Melvin Ingram. Look at Melvin Ingram. 76.8, man. Beasted yesterday. 71.9 in run defense. Beasting. Pass defense wasn't good. 58.3. And what's this last category again? Coverage, because he does go out for the to guard people in the secondary. Melvin Ingram was a 75.9. He actually playing the epitome of that position. Yeah, I think Skylar would have scored more, bro. So I answered your question. I think he would have. He would have took advantage of some of those intermediate throws. Man, Melvin balled out. Jalen Phillips was horrible. Y'all see it down there at the bottom. He was a 34.8. He was non-existent in this game. Did absolutely nothing. Did absolutely nothing with 40 snaps. Now, I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to look at the third category, which is pass rush. I want y'all to look at the third category, which is pass rush. Y'all going to start listening to me. I told y'all this team ain't got no organic pass rush, and we do not get at the quarterback, and people got mad at me again. Yeah, we do. This year we will. The third row, I want y'all to look at the third row with color. Look at the pass rush. Look at the pass rush. Not a single soul over 65. Matter of fact, only one person over 60, and that's a 62.8 by 62.6 by Raekwon Davis. Everybody else under 60, 50s, 52, 54, 57, 58, 58, 59, 54. No pass rush whatsoever in that game. This is why we got to blitz so much. But if you notice, we actually didn't blitz that much in the game because you can't with that secondary getting torched. You see how it's a negative compliment that's happening on the defense right now? It's unacceptable on defense. Special teams, Jason Sanders was rocking it at a 69.8. Kickoffs weren't great, but his field goal and extra points, he did his thing. So what does PFF tell y'all? The pass rush is poor. The linebackers are horrible. This secondary was terrible. You had people spot people that made plays. Like in the whole second, the only strength on the defense was the freaking safeties. And Kohu. The safeties, Kohu, Melvin Ingram, Zyler, and Ogbah. And we saw this on the field yesterday. Our defense absolutely did nothing but get 3 turnovers. But get turnovers. This is bad, man. And that's why they have us ranked 25th or 24th, and the defense 25th. And this is exactly what I saw on film. Today, I'm going to be going over some film of the defense. We're going to look at the Patriots offense and then evaluate our defense. We kind of just looked at Tua yesterday, but we still got to go over the offense as a whole and the run game and everything. And but I want to go over the defense to show y'all some of this stuff of why these numbers say what they say. We're going to go over that. Why are special teams so bad? Because we didn't do anything. We didn't return any kicks. We didn't, we did nothing. All we did is kick field goals and extra points. We never had a kicking game. So we were probably like a lot of teams did. We were probably tied at 32nd or something, but we didn't do anything. Blocked no punts. Ran nothing back. Everything was a fair catch. We didn't return a single punt. TD, that's why Bill even said it. If it wasn't for the turnovers, we would be very, very close. Exactly. Bill knows my offense was actually moving the ball very well, and then we would turn it over. Turn it over. Turn it over. Bill knows that. And that got to hurt. Recap. You cannot turn the ball over in this league, y'all. I want y'all to think about this. Their very first drive, right? They had 8 plays for 53 yards. They were already in field goal range. Then they took a shot in the end zone and got intercepted. They were coming down that field getting whatever they wanted. 8 plays, 53 yards. That's about 7 yards a play. That's domination. That's domination. They also turned the ball over with that sack fumble right at the beginning of a drive. They didn't get to show nothing. They had 15 plays, 92 yards, but they got the touchdown. They had 5 plays, 57 yards, and they fumbled in field goal range. That's 13 points right there. They left on the field. The sack fumble, you turned it over, you gave us 7. That would have knocked us down to 13. And two times you were in field goal range, you threw a pick and a fumble. We don't know if you would have got 7, but you were in field goal range to get 3. That's another 6 points. Right there is 13 to 13. And they did let me see. And they also had a well, I already did the interception. I don't know if it would have been a touchdown or what. But Bill knows that they would have definitely have been in this game if they didn't turn the ball over. Mac Jones never seen Brandon Jones coming off that edge, and Brandon Jones timed it perfectly. Mac checked it out. He hiked and he start running. He caught him, and he never saw him. That was actually an amazing play with timing on that blitz for the sack fumble. But I'm telling y'all, without that sack fumble, just that play alone, this game could have been the exact opposite. Could have been the exact opposite. Baltimore DBs in shambles. Why? Because one guy went out. I wonder at what point of the game did he get hurt, by the way? Because they still held the Jets to 3 points. He can't be in that much shambles. Their next guy up is probably still doing a good job. Only allowing 3 points in a game. We'll see. We definitely going to find out, but I want to know more about that Baltimore game, and maybe we could look at some of their film this week too. That's why it's not just a win is a win. If a couple of things happen differently, we could have an L. Tua should have had at least an interception. We're not talking about all those too, the potential interceptions. But Joseph, I like that you said that because I want to address that. That's why it's not just a win is a win. I don't know what it is with Dolphin fans. When we win, we don't want to talk about anything we could do better. And then when we lose, we want to act shocked of where it came from. Let me give you an example. Tua. When we looked at that film yesterday, that second half was so horrible by him. All of those wide open people that he missing, that he not even throwing it to and he looking at them. We want to ignore those and get mad that somebody bring them up. And then when you have a game that you lose by 30 points, you want to act like that's a new issue. Yeah, this was a bad game by Tua right here. He missed a lot of opportunities over the middle. He been doing that in the games we won. It's nothing new. But y'all only want to acknowledge him in a loss. And this is why y'all think that he better than he is. Because you only acknowledge his bad things in a loss. And sometimes you don't even do that. You don't acknowledge he doing the same thing in the wins. It's just that we winning. I ain't letting nobody off the hook this year. When we win, I'm going to show you what he do well, and I'm going to show you what he messing up on. You're going to have a clear picture. A clear picture. Y'all hit that like button for me. Same thing he been doing since last year. Exactly, man. Matt's offensive scheme will pad to his stats, but not produce as many points. Well, this system still is there to produce points. He just got to take advantage of the opportunities. The shots are there. The plays are there to be made. The plays are there to be made. I showed y'all last night on film. 5 freaking plays Wide open guys coming across the middle, and the pressure ain't there yet. Huge chunk plays, 15, 20, 25 yarders with room to run after the catch. Don't even throw the ball. And at the end of the game, since we won, Tua played well enough, and he could play the exact same way in a loss. Then he didn't have his best game. What are you talking about? He played exactly the way he did versus the Patriots when we won. It's ridiculous, man. So what we gonna say now? Well, the O-line is trash. Technically, they still bad as a group. What we just looked at. Technically, as a group, they still bad. We just looked at it. As a whole group, they still bad. The dude got 270. Not bad, TD. See, this is another thing that I'll be talking about. Okay. If I'm a quarterback and I throw the ball 10 times for 300 yards, right? But every one of my passes in them 10 passes went 5 yards, but the receivers and the running back put the work in and got a whole bunch extra. 40-yarder, 60-yarder, 18-yarder, 7-yard. Like, I throw it 5 yards, and everybody else put in work, breaking tackles, shaking guys, and going down the field and getting more, right? And I end up with 300 yards. That's good. I'm not taking away from the 300 yards from them. But then you got another quarterback out here throwing 60-yard dimes, 40-yard dimes, 18, 26, 11, 44. And they get to 300 that way. Don't tell me that's them 300 yards created equal. One of them, the quarterback going to get it. The other one, the quarterback's being carried by the talent around him. And that ain't a hard concept to grasp. Don't make an excuse. That's exactly what happened. Y'all saw the same passing chart that I saw. Y'all saw the same passing chart that I saw. Don't make me pull it up. $33 passes and 25 of them under 12 yards. Y'all saw the same passing chart. Lance, I'm sorry you didn't get the notification. Like I said, YouTube on doing what they do. Y'all hit that like button. And there is a such thing as empty yards. I don't care about no quarterback throwing 400 yards if he got one touchdown and we scored 13 points in the game on offense. That's embarrassing. If you got 400, 500 yards and you put up less than 30 freaking points. Ain't no way you get over like yards like that and don't put up over 30. And Tua puts up 270 something, almost 280. And this offense gets 13 points as an offense. Gotta be better. Somebody said, okay, bro, so Green Bay should move off of Rodgers. Cincy should move off of Burrow because they had terrible games. See, some of y'all just so disingenuous and you really can't comprehend. I'm sitting here saying Tua got to be better. Now watch this. Aaron Rodgers got to be better after that performance. Joe Burrow got to be better after that performance. You can't be coming out there putting trash on the field like that. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa. You see how that works? They get it too. The only difference is those guys have shown you that's an anomaly. Tua show you that's the norm. That's the freaking difference. Stop trying to sugarcoat stuff and justify stuff just to make yourself feel better. When Aaron Rodgers have a game like that, he going to come back and put up 15 of them with the total opposite. The man was worse last year in the first game and won the MVP. And after the first game last year, what did TD say? Aaron Rodgers was trash. Aaron Rodgers was trash. So y'all stop that mess. Just like them people out here talk about, look at this pass from Russell Wilson. It was underthrown. Where's everybody at complaining about that? All I need to say is it was trash. But he don't play for my team. Keep the same energy. Why I'm going to keep the same energy for somebody that don't play for my team? I already said he was trash. That throw was trash. Do we agree that throw was trash by Russell Wilson? Yeah, we agree that it ain't nothing to debate. The problem with y'all is when I say that pass was trash by Tua, you want to fight. And that's why we got to talk about it for hours. That's the difference. Y'all don't realize y'all the ones that's off. Y'all the ones making these false arguments, ridiculous arguments. Keep the same energy with Aaron Rodgers. He was trash. No, go in on him like you go in on Tua. I only go in on Tua because some of y'all delusionals want to disagree. Do you disagree about Rodgers? Then we'll go in back and forth and debate it. And he'll get it the same energy. Defend Rodgers right now in his performance. But you don't do that. You only defend Tua. So if you want to keep the same energy, you want me to keep the same energy? How about you keep the same energy? When Rodgers have a bad game, make the excuses you make for Tua for him. Because he had one of the worst offensive line performances there was in that game as well. But I ain't the one out here talking about that. But why don't y'all make those excuses for him too? TD asked those people after all those interceptions, what did Burrow do with the minute 30 left in the fourth? Drive down and score TD, only to have a missed point after attempt. Yeah. I mean, he gave his team an opportunity to win the game, but he was still trash. He was still trash. Joe Burrow was the reason his team lost that game. But you can't expect to have that very often. And he's already showed you that. He was the reason I believe his team lost that game. The reason. Yes, he dug himself out the hole and brought his team with a chance to win. But he was still trash. So all y'all to be like, oh, you criticized Tua for digging himself out of the hole with Atlanta. Like I said, Burrow was still trash regardless. Just like Tua was in that Atlanta game with the 2 turnovers. See, I'm actually fair. I keep it 100. Some of y'all got to stop defending this grown man when he be up on the podium his very self saying, I missed a lot of opportunities. There's a lot that I see that I can improve on. But I come out here and say it, and it's World War III, excuse me. And these people continuing with their narrative, all on Twitter and Instagram, putting 3 clips of 3 plays. Look at how well Tua did this. Yeah, keep on hiding the truth from the people. Go show the 10 freaking plays where it's like, what was that? What are you doing? Focus 33 said, TD, you're not fair. But hey, why don't you come over on here and debate me about it then? Tell me where I'm not fair. Because all y'all want to do is type on that keyboard, but when I drop the link, you don't come in. So, hey, you got an invitation real quick, Focus. I debated out for 5 to 10 minutes with you if you want, but I don't think you'd even respond. Where you at, bro? Where you at, Focus 33? Where you at? Let's see if you can articulate and argue your point. Let's see if you got that in you. Let's see if you can actually make a point without just saying that. No reply? Oh, okay. I figured. I'll tell you, I'll tell you why, TD. But then again, I won't keep it going. Tua needs to go. No true. We respect your football IQ, but we won, man. Yeah, we won. We all should be excited about the fact that we won. Let me finish reading your comment. And we actually had the game in the bag in the first half. Really? We had the game in the bag in the first half? Is that what you truly believe? 10-0 at halftime, and you think we got the game in the bag? Do you truly believe that, Father? The game is in the bag? 10-0 at halftime? Come on, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Oh, excuse me. 17-0, right? 17-0. And at the beginning of the third quarter, it was 17-7. 17-7. But we automatically had it in the bag, huh? Yes, thank God for those turnovers. Thank God for those turnovers. TD, I blame you for these comments. You keep saying it at the half. You got these people drinking the Kool-Aid, TD. But come on, bro. What kind of come on, man? You better be up 40 to zip at halftime to sit there and think that the game is over. I've seen teams come out and do the same thing that was done to them after halftime. People need to stop. Game in the bag. When this offense starts picking up, make sure you nerds keep this same energy. See, once again, y'all, and then don't be insulting people, call them nerds, but it is what it is. This is, see, people just like this. When this offense start picking up, keep the same energy. You see, this is some of the dumbest stuff that I ever hear in my life. If the offense picks up, they're showing us something different so we can change our energy. That's how it's supposed to be. But some of y'all live in this delusional world of they ain't changed yet, but I'm a believe they will, so I'm gonna have the energy of believing that they will eventually. No, we live in a realistic world. Our energy is what you giving us. And when you change it, then we'll change to reflect what you're giving. Some of y'all, you sound so dumb. Talk about keep the same energy if we do better. That's the point we making here. They better do better. We need them to do better. We trying to change our energy. Man. Tell you, man. We gotta fix this educational system, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe something in the water. People really be making comments like this. If we do better, don't be happy then. What? What? But when we lost to Tennessee last year and we got out of playoff contention, you the same one, I'm sure, that was mad. No, why you mad? When we lost to Buffalo and we could have got in the playoffs 2 years ago, I'm sure you were mad. No, why you mad? You should still be happy. You see how crazy that sounds? It's ridiculous, man. Come on, man. Y'all do better. TD want all the smoke today. Yeah, man. I enjoy these people. I love when they come in here with that foolishness. I love calling them out. I mean, like for real. Their arguments don't even have basic logic to them. They don't even have basic logic to them. Oh, stop overreacting. It's the first game. You said that to me last season when we played the Patriots, when the film showed how bad Tua was in that first game. It's the first game. Calm down. You said that last season. And then we lost 7 games in a row. What's wrong with wanting us to do better for real, for real? Mike McDaniel said it in his presser. Y'all don't give him flack for it. Pete with the, he just dropped a donation. No comment. Appreciate you, bro. Are y'all allergic to wanting better? Stop choosing which comments you want to read, TD. Oh, well, I'm not choosing. I'm talking, and then when I look at the screen, I read the first one. So I can't read all the comments. It's impossible. When I read one, it takes me 30 seconds, a minute to respond, and 50 comments already went by. Pats aren't a test. They went by so fast. Pats aren't a test. We have beat them 8 out of the last 10 home games. So we expect better from our team. I agree. You miss me a lot, bro. I guess I'm catching you right now. It's a new era, TD. I know, with the same results. It's a new era with the same results. Man. Read this. We want to know. And hopefully we maintain that. Oh, man. TD, you shouldn't be reading comments like that. LOL. Oh, my gosh. If Tua doesn't break, oh my gosh, I ain't getting into no injuries. Break his ribs in game 2. We should be a greater deal of improvement than last season when he played one game and then missed 4 games. Hard to build continuity when you're out injured. I agree with that, Josie. I agree with that. But once again, you know why I'm truly alarmed about what happened on Sunday? Is because this offense put up less points than Flores did. And we got an offensive-minded coach that's a genius, that's a guru, that's supposed to be the philosophical, or like we about to put up 35, 50 points. That's what everybody was saying. And we got way more talent than last year on this offense. And New England's secondary is way worse than they were last year. Like when you really think about it, let all of that sink in. We got a way better weapons and receiving core in an O-line, and their secondary is way worse. That automatically should be an advantage. And then we got an offensive genius, quote-unquote, coach and versus Flores. And then we put up 13, and Flores put up 17 in the first one, and more in the second one. And we didn't have no defensive touchdown in that first game. That's the issue I got. Where's the real growth? This offense actually produced less than last year. Stop looking at all these yards. Points are all that matters in this game. TD Mario Mott wants to join the link. Let him in. And I'm going to drop it just for a little bit because I'm got to get out of here in about 30 minutes. Matter of fact, I only want people on that disagree with the stuff I'm saying so I can get their perspective. But I ain't got time for no delusion now. Acknowledge facts. I really appreciate you, TD. I actually learned something watching you. My football knowledge has improved since listening to you. You always provide why you say what you do. My favorite fan creator. I appreciate that, bro. People need to pay attention. I tell you why I say what I say. And I don't give as many definitives as people try to make it out to be. But I want people to come on. That link has been dropped. I only want you to come on. If you disagree with something I said, let's talk about it. I want to hear your perspective. I ain't gonna argue with you. I want to hear your perspective. Let's be respectful. I want to hear your perspective. If you agree with me and everything, don't come on. Don't come on. And I already know I'm gonna get people in the back in the backstage. Hey man, I totally agree. These people, no. I want the people that disagree to come on. Where y'all at? Why I ain't got nobody backstage so far? Somebody got to be brave. Somebody got to be brave. Come on. Pete said, creators say TD is a troll. I can't stand that troll word. No, they only say that because they can't even articulate nor argue their points. They can't articulate nor argue their points. When it comes to the facts, they make excuses. Mario, what's up, man?
It's all good. TD is all good. I'm streaming from South Miami, but anyway, bro, I sat down. I watched the entire show. I listened to a breakdown and all that was good. You know, it's good to know. But at the very same time, I kept repeating the same thing. It's just week one. It's just week one. I'm an 11-year educator, 14 years coaching. I coach 7 different sports, and it's the same. You always get a slow start.
Mm-hmm.
Always get a slow start. Mike McDaniels, I'm not gonna knock him the way you did. Comparing him to Flores and all that other stuff. This is a new team, a new atmosphere, a new city. All right, the man has showed. He showed. I seen some plays on the offense that can possibly work. I see it that can possibly work if each individual hold their own. But it's week one. All around the NFL, it was a slow start. Then there was a knock on Tua. If Tua is ranked 10th right after week one,
can we do one at a time? We'll get to Tua.
Go ahead, cuz. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll get to Tua next. So the first thing about being week one, I want everybody to hear me clearly. I acknowledge that it's week one. Week 2, we could go get 100 points and Baltimore get 0 and everybody's scores go up. Tua looks like the MVP. I acknowledge that. I'm just pointing out what happened in week 1.
Agreed.
See, and we're
can't dwell on it so long, like
on
it like it's a fact that this is what we're gonna be for the rest of the.
No, I never said that.
Say it, but it's like you're dwelling on it. Like
thank you,
jumping on that.
Thank you. And here's the point. This is where they get mistaken. He just acknowledged I didn't say it, but it's like that's what you're saying because you're dwelling on it. Bro, let me ask you a question. Who's the better player, Michael Jordan or Derek Fisher?
Of course, it's Michael Jordan.
Come on, bro. Derek Fisher a champion too, and he helped his team. What you mean, Michael Jordan?
Overall.
How?
It's overall, but for me personally, I might sound stupid. I like stats, just like you, TD. I like stats.
But how is Derek Fisher not better than Jordan? Derek Fisher, bro, this man is clutch, man, in the biggest moments. I understand Jordan had his moments, but he wasn't as good as y'all make it seem.
He's not. I thought, me personally, like I said, I like stats. I think LeBron was better stats wise, but that's not here or there.
But Derek Fisher better than LeBron too.
But people, the analysts like the style of LeBron. That's the big difference.
Yeah, bro. Do you even know who Derek Fisher is?
Of course.
Is he even close to these guys?
Derek Fisher should be a top 10 player in the all-time list. That's my personal opinion.
All right, never mind. I can't get my point across because you believe Derek Fisher should be a top 10 player in the NFL. My point is, what if I told you right now, why are you hampering on the fact that LeBron and Jordan was better than Derek Fisher?
LeBron is the all-time package as a basketball player.
But why are you hampering on that?
Because I'm not hampering on that. That's not me.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Derek Fisher is better, and you keep hampering on the fact that Jordan and LeBron are better than him.
And in my opinion, Derek Fisher's not better than LeBron. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but bro, you're wrong. Why you keep hampering on it?
I see your point you're making.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what everybody does. They argue ridiculous stuff. If we can agree to the facts, we can move on. But we're not agreeing with the facts, so I'm going back and forth with people. That's why it looks like I'm hampering on it. Did you see that game last night with Russell Wilson?
No, I ain't watch that game.
Oh, well, you didn't see it.
After the Miami game, I started cooking.
All right, so now let's go to the whole Tua thing. What was your issue with what I said about Tua? And let's get off of the hampering part.
I'm saying Tua did not play like a, let's say, future Hall of Famer. Of course he didn't. Of course he was average. He was just the word I'm looking for.
Average. You were right. I said that he was average.
Yeah, he was average, y'all. But you also used that word before too. I forgot solid. He was solid.
Okay.
Yes, but it like somebody commented under the stream earlier. They said, but Tua was 10th in air yards, and that's a fact. If he was 10th in air yards, it wasn't that bad. Where you said, oh, he threw the ball to Tyreek and Waddle, and they took it away, and said that's how he got the yards. He was 10th in air yards. Over 33 quarterbacks have played yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
How is that? You kept saying, oh no, he throwing it to. They just taking it all away and this and that and whatever, and they adding to his yards. Air yards and yards is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's 10th out of 33 that played yesterday, come on, TD.
Here's why he's 10th in air yards.
You say you trust PFF. You say you do.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Here's why he's 10th in air yards, bro. If Tua throws the ball 8 yards on every play, he'll have 8 yards per play on air yards. Okay?
And 6 snaps.
But a lot of these guys, they don't have as good of a completion rate as Tua, because every time you throw the ball down, that brings your yardage down. You're not converting. He has a higher percentage because he's converting more of his than what they're doing, but they're taking deeper shots. Level on their throws are much worse. Are much better. Is that your mic or mine?
That's mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it keeps breaking up. It's breaking in and out. But let me say this, regardless of that, 10th in air distance, it ain't bad. It's not bad, bro. But at the same token, why do y'all always bring these one-off stats? Why do y'all always bring the one-off stats to justify stuff?
I was just trying to make one simple point. I prefer a full synopsis, a full review after game, after week 3 or 4. Because
of course.
Exactly, I'm not a Tua fan. Yesterday I watched that game. I said, damn, if Skyler was throwing, we would have eat this shit up. I said that yesterday.
Then what's the problem?
I said if Skyler was throwing, we would have eat. I'm not a Tua fan, but I'm just saying, bro, I'm a coach of 14 years. I know when you have to develop a player. I know when it takes some time to just gain that confidence, that groove within the season. And I just think that McDaniels just need that opportunity to just get them in that groove.
He's going to have the opportunity, but every week we're going to evaluate how he did, and he has to change that narrative by improving it each week. And hey, I'm with you though. I hope that he does. I actually been on the record saying that I believe they will get better, but they have to do it first.
Question: who would you like to lose, Mike McDaniels or Tua? Today, right now, if they ask you, who do you keep, Mike McDaniels or Tua?
Well, I'm gonna answer the question, but before I do, I would like to say neither. If I have to, of course, if I have to, it's gonna be Tua, because ain't nothing wrong with the system. You just having a good old time, ain't you? But it's more people backstage. I appreciate you coming through, having a productive conversation, bro. All right. Listen, man. Listen. If you're backstage, I want to talk to the people that disagree. If you're backstage, please be someone who actually disagrees, because I want to hear your point of view. Okay. I want to be able to see where your thought process. What am I missing here? All right. Keep up the great work, TD. This is a status quo performance so far. Nothing special. This was a Flores style game. Great defense, just enough offense. Fair. All right. So hopefully the guys backstage disagree. I'm gonna go to Fins for Life 561, and then Alexander Jordan. You're next. All right. All right, Fins for Life. Talk to me, man.
What's up, man?
I'm good. Talk to me, bro.
Can you hear everything straight, my boy?
Yeah. We can hear you, bro.
Hey. All right. Hey, man, I don't know what's wrong with these fans. It was a decent game. Tua looked like the same Tua. the defense won the game. People don't understand. He threw 3 picks that got dropped. Well, he threw 2. Tyreek snatched one away.
So
he don't look the
you
same
agree,
to me, bro. Like I don't know what to say to these people that like, okay, that man just said he went to say, the man that was speaking before me, he went to say, well, he didn't play a game like Tua didn't play a game like Tua's game is usually played. And he hesitated, and then he said, a Hall of Famer. Man, Tua can't even be the person out there to fit the jackets for the Hall of Famers.
bro?
You understand what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, bro. I'm actually, because I
just had to get that off my chest.
I got you, bro.
Hey,
Appreciate you, man.
Your daddy the man. You hear me? Your daddy doing big things.
Oh Lord, he ain't feel good, so he missed school today. I'm gonna hit you up later, bro.
Yeah, he doing it all for you, little man. Hey, I'll get at you later.
All right, bro. All right, man. Alexander, do you agree or disagree, man, with some stuff?
Hey, TD. Big fan. Been with you a long time. Tua is the greatest of all time.
Okay. That's what's up.
Well, you know, and the Patriots are the Patriots. They're still the Patriots. Mm-hmm. They're going to win a lot of games this year.
Okay.
And you know, Tua did his thing. He did the RPO, all the little things people don't want to give him credit for.
Like what? Like what? Give me some of those things.
The swing passes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
all that stuff needs to be executed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, protection. I don't really recall if he was calling protections very much.
Yeah. Every play he called protections on every play, bro.
But yeah, I'm ecstatic. 7-20. We could have easily got another 7 points there.
I think we could have put up another 30. You know, I agree, bro. I agree.
It would have been 27-7.
Yeah. And where you from, bro? Where you from? What part of the country?
I'm from Broward, man.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Same as me. I'm in Hollywood. That's where I was born and raised, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 a time, baby. Let's get it. I appreciate you coming through, man.
All right. Sure thing. You got it.
All right. Nobody else is backstage. I'm gonna drop the link again. I don't. It's so many people that be in the comment section got something to say. Where they at? Where they at? Have I been mean? I'm hearing people out. You know, acknowledging them. What are people who disagree, man? Pete, man, we know you don't disagree, Pete.
Wait. What's up, TD? Thank you for having me up here. Shout out to everybody out there. But I do disagree with something, TD. And help me, correct me if I'm wrong. Because right. I think you agreed with it, but it's based off the PFF stats that they're showing you. Now, we went. Complain. Okay, you know what it is, TD. Now, this is what I'm getting at, because I am hearing a lot of the fan base on a lot of channels, and including yours right now, based off the PFF stats, that the offensive line played terrible on run block. My issue with the stats and the PFF grades, according to some of those guys, because I think it was one, Connor, that played well or whatever, but my issue with those stats, we went into halftime 17-zip. Like, we scored those points quick somehow. We struggled to score the majority of the game, and we couldn't use the run game because the Patriots were clamping down with their D-line, controlling those front gaps up front, forcing us to want to pass more. So when we did run, it was like one-dimensional because our run game was being stopped by the Patriots' defense by them clamping down on that, forcing Tua to pass. Would you agree?
Well, yeah, I would definitely agree with that, but that goes into the grade. They were clamping down, which means you were losing your battles.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tough when their
it's
goal
supposed to
is
be
to
tough.
Stop to run.
It's supposed to be tough, but you're supposed to be a team that when that defense says we're going to stop your run, you're supposed to look at them and say, let's see.
And this is the reason, but TD, this is the reason why when you were showing Tua's film, they're forcing to stop the run. There's a lot of open space on the middle of the field, and Tua's not throwing it. And this is the issue when they're fighting to stop the run and they're putting that pressure. And McDaniel, he's showing the smart stuff. He's getting the passes called in right situations. That this is why we're seeing guys wide open on film on your show, TD, and Tua's not hitting them. So when they're trying to eat or run out the game, Tua needs to hit those middle passes to open up the run game again. That's what I'm trying to say. This is where I disagree with those PFF stats, but they're right. You're absolutely right. They didn't win those battles, but it's tough battles when their ears are pinned going at you.
I get that. I mean, but at the same token, you still got to be able to win the battles. It's just like those teams where at the end of the game, you know they're going to run, so they load the box. There are some teams that still run that rock just fine. So it's just what we got, Pete. But I got some more people backstage. Appreciate you, homie.
10-4, man. You have a blessed day. Bye.
Love you, bro. Hey, listen, y'all. If you're backstage, once again, please disagree. And I was gonna bring Pete on anyway because to wait on some more people. But if you're backstage, please tell me you disagree with me on something so we can talk through some of these things. I want to better understand another game. I want to know where I'm wrong, why I'm wrong, how I'm wrong. I'm open to changing my thought process. That's what I'm trying to do here, y'all. So if you're backstage, please be one of those people that can, say, hey, TD, I think you're wrong in this because of this and that, bring some, please. Yeah, let's try it. Let's keep trying. Dolphins A, talk to me.
What's up, TD?
I'm good, man.
All right, so I do disagree somewhat on Tua from the standpoint we need to compare him to himself, right? So some of the things that we had a problem with him last year was he was mainly RPO, which kind of pigeonholed him into being a one-read quarterback a lot of times, and he wouldn't go through his reads. So
give me a second. I gotta get my headphone chargers, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, cool, no problem.
Give me 1 second, bro.
Yep, I'm sorry.
All right, you can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right, yeah, go ahead. I couldn't hear you at first. I didn't hear nothing you said.
Yeah, so I'm trying to pretty much, set a baseline. So last year, problems we had on Tua was he was inconsistent at going through his progression and being able to read the field, being able to attack all three levels on a consistent basis. A lot of times he would throw bonehead interceptions off of, sometimes sticking to one read too long. Those were all things that whether you support or don't support him, we all can all agree he need to fix. Okay. So when he had remember that 8-game winning streak where it was mainly RPO, those things were still present, but he minimized them, and his output was what it was during that winning streak, right? So I say that to say, this season we're asking him to do some of those things he wasn't really good at, and while it's not perfect yet, his output is matching some of his RPO top shelf output from last season. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think what we're seeing is possibly, because it's only one game, it's a small sample size, and it's minimal, but Tua may have been moving up the floor on himself because he's doing things, again, not perfect, but he's reading, he's going through his progressions. He's whether you like it or not, he's attacking all three levels of the field. Now he was, I think, on like 1 for 6 or 7 deep or something like that. So like it wasn't great, but he's taking the throws now. So like it's minimal, but there is growth there because he's doing or attempting to do the things that he wasn't good at last year. And his output was what it was. So I think the floor is being raised a little bit here.
I totally disagree. I think the floor is actually being lowered, and let me rebut that. So you said, first of all, he's attacking all three levels of the field this year. What evidence do you have of that? Are you talking about preseason? Is that what we talking about?
Well, yeah, it's a combination of everything we've seen so far. So,
no. We talk about regular season now.
Okay, so he took because remember the deep ball is 20+ yards. I'm pretty sure he was 1 for 6 on deep passes last game. So yeah, he didn't complete them, but he was 1 for 6. That's 6 shots he wouldn't have took last year.
He doesn't attack because he doesn't take them. That's the point. 6. You just said 6. That's the issue.
Last year it was 0.
But that's the wait. What do you mean 6? That was last year. I thought it was 6.
No, this Patriots game, he was. I think he was. When I seen the stats, he was 2 for 2 from the left deep, 0 for 2 middle deep, and then like 0 for 1 right deep. He. So that's 5. That's 5. So he threw 5 deep passes. Is what I'm saying. Like he's doing it more. It's not the results. We haven't got the result we want yet, but you can see he's doing it more.
Do you know what attack? First of all, this whole deep notion that was all intermediate to me. Okay, but this whole deep notion, bro. Do you know what attacking the deep part of the field is?
Yeah, actually attempting it.
Attempting it. Everybody can throw the ball down the field, whether it's out of bounds, whether nobody's there. We're not talking about that. We're talking about making teams respect you. Okay. Attacking the deep part of the field and making plays, bro. Now let's take the whole making plays away. Let's just go off of the attempting. Is he really attempting? We're not talking about these 29-yard Hail Marys. That ain't attacking no deep part of the field. That's foolishness.
He complained he wouldn't. We complained all last season he wouldn't pull the trigger. Now he's pulling the trigger more. That's growth in and of itself.
No, see, this is the difference. You still have to be smart when you play football. Tua last year and the year before had opportunities of open receivers deep that he wasn't taking. Don't tell, like, I'll give him credit for the not Craycraft. I keep saying that. I'll give him credit for the Ingle throw that he overthrew. He attacked it. He missed. That's another story. We're just on attack right now.
Okay.
He attacked it. I'll give him credit for attacking that. But that's being smart. Ingle had the angle. Ingle had the separation. Ingle had.
And he overthrew it. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not worried about how he did in it. He attacked it. I'll give you credit for that one. But when you go over the all 22 and you got these deep crossers, 25 yards down the middle of the field that he like.
Agreed. I'm not.
You're looking at. Mm-hmm. That's a so here's
yeah. No, he left. I'm not defending his entire play. He left plays out to be made. What I'm arguing is I think the divide for us Dolphins fans is we have between the supporters and the people who don't support him, in my opinion, I think there's an issue with how he's growing. What I'm trying to explain to you is it's minimal, but he showed some growth in that first game mentally. Now did he do some of the bonehead stuff? Yes. Particularly in the fourth quarter. Did he miss some shots? Yes. But there was still growth and stuff to build upon. And I think the difference between the supporters and the non-supporters is some of the non-supporters think he can't grow, but if you just look at what he's been doing, whether you like it or not, he has been growing year to year. And so far, it's a small sample size. But again, if you just look at what we complained about him, some of the stuff he's attacking it. Like now, how it ends.
That's not what I complained about.
What? See, about him not going through to TD? Don't do that.
No.
Which parts?
Let me make sure I'm clear on what I complain about.
Okay, because you got receipts, fam. You got receipts.
Hold on. Yeah, I do have receipts. I complained about Tua's first read.
Yep.
Not being able to process all 3 levels of the field.
Yep.
Now remember, I want you to remember number 2. Process all 3 levels of the field, not attack. EM talks about attack. And he's right too, but EM talks about the attacking and processing. I talked about the processing the 3 levels of the field. The intermediate throws over the linebackers under the safeties and the ball placement. Those are the things that I get on to about.
So did you see growth of any of those things in the first game?
Ball placement was poor. And everybody want to point to the Waddle throw. Of course, he gonna have some throws. I'm talking about consistently. There's too many throws where we left plays on the field just because of ball placement. Over the linebacker, under the safety, he was horrible, and I got the film to prove that.
Okay, no, I'm with you. Okay,
reading the 3 levels of the field, non-existent. He not reading.
Okay, that's what we disagree. How do you attack something if you can't read it?
Okay. We're gonna get there. Let me finish the 4. Now you made me forget the first one that I said.
The one read.
The one read. And I can show you that as clear as day on film. But I'm not gonna hold the one read against him because it's the way the offense is designed. It's actually like a 2 read. It's like, you got an option. Where's the linebacker? If he go that way, you hit that guy. If he stays there, you hit that guy. It's just simple. So I'm not even gonna talk about that. Okay. But those other 3 things, the only one you're saying you disagree with is the reading the 3 levels of the field. Is that correct?
And the one read. I don't because that's ambiguous. Yeah.
Based off of the system, it's not one read anymore because the system allows it to at least be 2, but it's an option. So don't even worry about the one read. But the only thing we truly disagree with is reading all 3 levels of the field. Is that what you're saying to me right now?
I guess.
So did you watch the all 22 film?
Parts of it, because I watched. So I haven't watched anybody who did all the plays yet, but there have been some smaller channels who have done some of the plays. The
highlights. I know all the highlights. That's
no. Some of all 22.
Yeah, all the highlights.
Okay,
that's what everybody's out there doing. They're doing.
Yeah.
Straight highlight reels. All right, let me and again, this is just solely. Give me a second, bro. Let me try to share my screen real quick. And I appreciate you coming on and having this conversation with me, bro.
Oh no, for sure, man. Like we can respectfully disagree. It's nothing, but I do want the Dolphin fan base to stop being so polarized, man. It's bad. But
yeah, a lot of people, man, they're just tired of overall not getting it done. Winning. You know what I mean?
A W is a W. I mean, we won the game handily. I felt like it wasn't the point total because I did feel like we could have put up 30 points on them, but at no point I felt like the Patriots were a threat in that game. Outside their first drive.
You said at no point were they a threat?
No. I never was threatened by them.
Because we kept making them turn the ball over.
But so that's the other thing I disagree with you on, but it was about Tua, our defense.
Hold on. We'll get there.
All right.
I want to make sure,
Yeah.
All right. So we talk about processing the 3 levels of the field, right? Let's pause this. Let's bring it back. This is a prime example right here of what we're talking about. And I could show you 7 plays like this in this game. You ain't gonna get no better pocket than this, bro. If you are processing the 3 levels of the field, then what the heck is going on?
He threw late to Waddle. This an INT, right?
No, it would have been
almost
an INT.
Yeah. He was late. He was super late.
Super late.
Super duper, yeah.
Start right here. We'll just start right here. What you want me to do with this? If you're TD and you're evaluating film, how would you critique this play?
Ball need to come out right now.
Okay. Is that all you're gonna say?
It's a terrible play because we know how it ends. So yeah.
Is this something he does all the time?
Yeah, I think a lot of his. Okay, so that's a loaded question, but I think a lot of his bonehead interceptions last year came off because he wouldn't get off the read. So it's a different reason. But
I'm not even talking about the interception, bro. I mean the possible interception. This was definitely should have been picked, but New England screwed it up for themselves. They batted it. The second guy batted it down while McCourty was waiting on it to come to him. Screw the interception.
Okay.
We're trying to get the big chunk play. We're trying to get the.
So I think again, I'm not a psychologist. I can't tell you what's into his head, but I think he was trying to wait for that deeper route to happen, and then he decided against it or something. I don't know, but that's the only thing that would make sense of why he would throw that ball super late like that. But Tua does have the problem, and this is where the
reading all 3 levels of the field.
I don't know if that plays a good example of that because, like I said, if he's trying to throw that deeper route and then decide against it last minute to come back late to Waddle, that's not him. That's him actually attempting to read all 3 levels and then second guessing and then making a bad decision off of his second guess. That's not so he's attempting to read all 3 levels, but again, this is assuming he was trying to go deeper to the guy past Waddle. But at the end of the day, it was a bad play. I think Tua's the biggest problem right now, at least from that game for me, is, and this is the same reason why he broke his hip, to be honest. He don't know when to say when and to let plays go. And that's where a lot of that one principle is a lot of the crazy stuff that happened in the fourth quarter that we're all down on. The sack, the would-be intentional grounding, all that stuff. That's Tua trying to be somebody he's not because he's not that dude. Because go ahead.
Regardless, bro, at the end of the day, this is what he's showing us on film on a consistent basis. Let's go with this one. This is on the same drive, by the way. Same drive. Let's pause it right here. What you want me to do with this?
I can't see because there we go. You got 88 or that out route look like.
Yeah, you got the out route at the bottom of the screen, but what's bigger? You just said it first.
88. That look like Gesicki. Is that Gesicki?
Yeah, it's Gesicki.
Okay.
What you want me to do? Look at this. Now I know the pressure just got there, but it wasn't there when you should have identified.
Bit more decisive. Mm-hmm.
There is no decisiveness with Tua typically if it ain't the first read that he was supposed to look at. That's part of the problem.
Okay, so
the crazy thing is you were looking at him.
Okay, so this is what I was saying though. If we know that up until this point he wasn't really in a progression-based offense for the most part, like it was more RPO, and now we're going more progression-based, there is going to be growing pains. Like he's not going to come out.
No, what you're seeing right now is exactly what his issue was last year. These are the exact same plays that I pulled up last year where these are what he was missing. Look at his line of sight. Look at his eyes.
All right, let's see the eyes.
You ain't seeing his eyes, but look at his head.
You right?
Pause right here. You don't see that already in your line of sight, and you bail. No.
Yeah, like
Why? Because just like you say, you disagree with the first read, right? I'll be honest with you. He was actually looking at he wasn't even looking at Gesicki.
No, he wasn't. He was looking at the out route or something.
Exactly. Tua ain't processing the field.
But he was open though.
He's going where then why you ain't throw it? I agree. I agree. It was open. I agree with you. It was open. Why you didn't throw it? You see,
he probably wanted something bigger and that pressure came. I don't know.
And that's fine. You can want bigger and the pressure comes. But the biggest problem with Tua is he'll never be able to make the off-scripted plays. I mean, not never. I mean, everybody makes some. But he's not going to make them at a high level, and that holds us back.
But yes and no. Agreed. He's not. That's what I meant by. That's why he broke his head by Alabama, and then the plays in the fourth quarter. He's trying to be somebody. He's not. He's not an off-script guy. Tua Tagovailoa is a traditional pocket passer.
Limitation.
A pocket passer needs a pocket.
Well,
it's simple. So go ahead.
Then can you tell him to pass the ball and stop holding it?
Okay.
Did you not just see open receivers?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. And this is all on the same drive, bro. Hold on. I got another one for you. Let me show you.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more. There's more. That's what I'm saying. Like he didn't. Okay, so this kind of brings back to my original point though. If he's if he's doing this in a progression-based offense, and we're saying that it's below average to average, right? But his below average to average in a progression-based offense is matching his output to his good RPO offense. That should tell you that there's still room for him to grow. That's what I meant by he's raising the floor.
No, it's not. See,
all he had to do was make those passes, and you wouldn't be mad.
But there's a possibility he'll just never make them because that's what he put on film. He
Thank
just
you.
won't do it.
And that's why I said the supporters and the people who don't support, that's what we disagree at. Some of us feel like he's going to grow and make that, and some of us feel like we don't. And that's where the divide is.
So what?
But he's done nothing but grow. He's done nothing but grow.
No, why you keep saying he's doing nothing but growing?
Look at stats year to year. He's done nothing but grow.
Are we talking about stats now? I just
I'll just point to that to show a quick example of where he's growing. Now this year he's growing to a progression-based offense. He was not going to come out week one doing that for the first time and lighten up the world. And when he could have.
I'm sorry, bro. Field identification. What do you see on this play?
All right, what we got? I was reading the comments. That y'all funny. We got that in route. You can get there in a hurry.
No, I ain't worrying about that. That window's too tight.
We got the far left. That like a fly. Is that gonna be a fly? What is that gonna be?
Yeah, it's gonna be a fly. All right.
So depending on the safety, like he biting on that dig, so you probably want to maybe go for that.
The safety look like what?
Keep biting on that dig.
And that's what Tua looking at, right?
I would guess, yeah.
And look at you. Defenders chasing you, but you got the room. This is the big boy touchdown right here. This is the big boy touchdown. So processing in 3 levels of the field, which one you want to take? The check down or because remember, we're going to end up punting on this drive, by the way. Just so you know, this drive, we punt the ball. You going after the check down or you going to get your team a touchdown right here? The man got his man beat by 2 feet headed towards the end zone right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the side that you're throwing to. which is more favorable? That
To his left, yep.
Somebody said that would be a 40-yard throw on the run, TD. Oh, do I need to disqualify Tua from this throw? Maybe you could tell us, Dolphins, should I disqualify for him from this throw?
No, because it's to the left. If it was to the right, maybe, because quarterbacks have a hard time throwing across their bodies. But because it's to the left, he should be able to make that throw.
So what would you do right here?
Since we money quarterback in the deep route, but in real time, when you got 300-pound people in your face, I
don't want to hear it. See, and hey, but this is one of them plays. It was complete. Don't complain. But we punt the ball. We punt the ball. And this is what I'm talking about. We end up punting the ball on this drive. It has to be better than this. That was 3 plays.
Agreed.
That was 3 plays on one freaking drive, bro. 3 plays on one drive. Now, let's take that last one out. Okay, let's take the last one out. Them 2 plays? Come on, man. Huge chunks. Am I wrong?
No, you're right, but that's where I'm saying the growth will come. Give it some time to get comfortable.
But this is the same behaviors I saw last year.
So let's go with that. You expect him to change everything in one game? If he's been doing it that way for 2 years, it's not going to change in one game. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's let the process play out. Which and let's see if he in this setting do better. Because he definitely has to play on the field. I'm not obviously. You just put the evidence in front of me, and I knew that before you even did that. So that's not what I was arguing. I was more so arguing. I still feel like even with all that, he still showed growth in some areas. That was my original. Nah, okay.
The problem I have is when I look at all the plays that he made, it was less productive than I'm used to seeing him make when he be having them 80% completion days last year.
How? When he has more yardage. Tua would be 80% completion with 200 yards last year.
Bro,
that was a great game for him.
Tua, no. See, you're missing it. That's the point. Tua has had more efficient games last year. It just didn't have the yards because he didn't have the Tyreek.
We had the Waddle.
Yards after the catch, bro. Yards after the catch, man.
So that is true, but I do slightly disagree with that because if you look as of right now, I believe he's top 10 in air yards per attempt, if I'm correct. So it's like, which is like 8.8. If I remember, I read this last night, but so I mean that's
per. Hold on. Per attempt.
Yeah. Versus.
See, that's a cop out.
No, because last year it was less. It was less last year.
First of all, I don't care about that stat. Give me yards per completion. Show me where you are on yards per completion.
I would assume it's higher.
Not attempt. I could go out on the field and throw the ball. Right now. Hold on. I could go out on the field and throw the ball. No, I want you to look at the ranking in the NFL where he ranks with yards per completion.
I got you.
That can show you a totally different story.
I dropped know too.
I dropped it, EM. So here's another one. This one's more indicative of ball placement. I'm not even going to trip about the middle of the field. I know he ain't going to never make that throw in the middle of the field. Some guys in the NFL would, but I know he ain't, and that's Waddle. You got the tight end in the flat. I ain't even tripping about that. I actually like that he went to Tyreek on this. I just don't like that he put the ball so low. Great ball play. If Tyreek actually had to slow down and stop and try to go down for it. That's a bad ball placement. Another huge chunk missed out on. What we start at the 10-yard line. Let me see. Tyreek was going to catch this around the 30? 33, a 23-yard gain, throws it in the dirt.
Yeah, he threw it low.
That's all right though. These things happen, right? EM, I did drop the link. If that's what you were asking for. But this is all I'm saying, bro. This is what he's putting on film, and I'm supposed to ignore all of these.
No. I'm not saying I can't speak for Tuanon because I'm not part of Tuanon. But I'm not saying ignore him. What I'm saying is the glass is kind of half full because he's doing things that he wouldn't even think about doing last year. He wouldn't even attempt to do some of this stuff last year.
So
now that he's attempting to do this stuff, let's see how far he can take this. That's what I'm saying.
But I don't see the attempts. I don't get what you're saying. Let's go with this one because you said, remember, on my list is ball placement, right? On my list is ball placement, right? Let's take a look at this one.
TD, what's good, bro?
What's up, EM?
Hey, I got a small break in action.
Appreciate you, man. I understand when you got to go.
Yeah.
But when we go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say a lot of what you were saying about again, this is like when you're putting up the a lot of this film I had not had the opportunity to see, in particular in the second half. And I don't know why a lot of our fan base, it's like they're not getting the message, they don't
want to.
Yeah, they don't get the message. And if you go back to last year in the previous years, like coming into this season, everybody make the assumption that, with all they made Tua's issues, they made the issue about what's really truly plaguing him at this level about a personnel issue. No O-line, no receivers to throw to, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. This is a perfect, I mean, bro, when you were, because I've been sitting and listening to you all, since you've been live. And I've been, when you put the film up, remember the point we made last year when a lot of people made the
what he can control.
Right. But they all made it out to be a personnel issue. And my rebuttal to that was we saw on film last year that there were open receivers, and Tua was clearly not seeing them when the play potential presented itself. This is a small sample size. It's game one. We acknowledge that. But these issues of what's truly plaguing Tua at the NFL level resurface yet again. And you don't have the personnel crutch to lean on anymore, Dolphins. I'm talking about the ones that refuse to acknowledge from a film-based perspective what is plaguing Tua. You know what I mean? You got Tyreek out there. You got all this upgraded personnel, but yet Tua is not hitting them. Tua is not making the proper reads. Mm-hmm. So, and again, I think they're quick to point to his yardage total and his numbers and QBR and all of that. Look at the plays that Tua is making. Look at how Tyreek, and other receivers really, really, really made a play that Tua made it out to be a bigger play based off their ability, not Tua's. And that's going to inflate his numbers moving forward. And that's concerning because people will look at the end of the year and he'll have, better numbers, but they'll automatically make the assumption, he's a better quarterback. And that's just not necessarily the case.
Because basically he'll get 4,000 yards, but he has 5,000 potential out here.
Exactly.
And they want to ignore that. They want to ignore the fact that if he was actually playing at a high level, it should be 5.
And that is why, and that's the issue with Tua. It's levels to this. And you're a top 5 pick.
I got some pushback a little bit on that because when we look at Herbert's numbers and Joe Burrow's numbers, Herbert specifically, the Chargers have been a top 5 team in YAC the past 2 years since he's been in the league, but no one talks about that. So why is it a problem that he actually gets some weapons? Like, why is that? Why is that problem he's getting YAC? Why is that people mad about that?
You're switching the argument. Nobody said that. What they're saying is when you watch the film study, he's leaving stuff on the table. There's a reason why Herbert had 5,000 yards.
Exactly, bro.
Because Dudley Duron did a video about this. When you look at where they're attacking the fields, they're both attacking the field at the same percentage rate.
Okay. So
Chargers, he was getting YAC, but no one talks about that.
Hold on. So Tua's going to have 5,000 yards this year.
He's on pace for 4,600. I don't know. 270 times 17 is 4,600. I don't know.
Hey, he gonna put up the 5,000. That's what you believe?
Nah, he's only on pace for 4,600.
It don't matter. He can have even better games, right? Y'all said this is floor.
I think it's potential for possibly. Yeah, it's possible. Or if you go down, I don't know.
But here's the thing. Here's the issue. You don't see Herbert's offense only generating 13 points. See, it's about the big boy throws whenever the big boy throws and big boy play potential presents itself. Tua's, his numbers, 270, whatever, completion percentage, whatever quarterback rating.
One touchdown.
All of that led to 13 points.
And look at it. Look at the play that we just played before this one. Remember the guy on the sideline for the fly route that we acknowledged he should have hit?
Right.
So when Herbert hits that and they get 7, do you see the difference?
Exactly.
Yeah. And if Matt Judon don't take the first play of the game, he hits Tyreek for a touchdown on the first play, and we're not having this conversation.
Was that ball actually tipped? That's what it looked like to me.
No, it looked like it. It wasn't tipped. We done already been through this yesterday. We stopped frame by frame.
Oh, I ain't watched the video yesterday.
He just threw a dud. But let me ask you a question. Look at the play right here. Tua makes the actual right decision on this play. He's hitting the flat right away. There's the way the coverage is. They got it blanketed. You don't want to take no chance. Either way you go, it'll be triple coverage. So you got the one-on-one on the outside on first freaking down. So hit the flat. He does that. But where should the ball be thrown?
Oh, that's question for me.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to him, TD.
No, in general, he throws the ball in the flat, and that's correct. Where should the ball placement be?
It should be out in front of him. It should be out in front of him.
To the sideline, right?
Right, to the sideline.
This happened. Hey, bro, you got some background noise, eh?
Yeah, my bad. I'm in a work meeting too.
All right, this happened 5 times in this game. Look at this ball placement. Your receiver got to do a 360. 5 times in this game. Why do receivers have to do that, bro? They need to catch the ball going to the sideline and turn it up and try to beat the guy around the edge. Watch the 360. Let's watch it again. I'm going to play it real time. These receivers got to stop doing these 360s, and that's Tua's fault. You see that?
Oh, okay. So while I do agree with your premise, on that particular play, if he throws it to the outside, he's going to go straight out of bounds. So him stopping his momentum allows him to try to get yards at the catch on that particular play. But overall, what you're saying is right.
You're supposed to throw. First of all, you were supposed to throw
the ball. If he throws out in front of him, he's on the chalk. No, there's no more front. Unless you should throw it earlier.
Let me help you. Let me help you out. Let me tell you where Tua messed up on this. First of all, he threw it. Mute yourself real quick. First of all, he threw it late. Okay. That's where he messed up on this. I'll pause it where he's supposed to throw it. The ball should be on his way right here. This is a timing situation. He sees what's happening with the trips at the top. Now the guy's sitting there wavering to the sideline. And he has turned his whole body around.
What's the down? What's the down? Here's the play.
It's first down. It's first down.
That's first. Okay.
Here's the problem I have with what you're saying, TD. If he throws it in the time that you want him to throw it in, the other 2 routes haven't developed, i.e. he didn't have time to go through his reads. So how does he go through his reads?
Hold on, I'm going to tell you.
Everybody wants to be checked down Tua, but when he's not trying to be checked down Tua, why didn't he throw it faster? Like, which one do you want?
No, sir. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
It's called pre-snap identification. What coverage are they in?
Oh, Lord.
If you know the play, and what your receivers' routes are, you can start going through a pre-snap elimination of who should be open and who shouldn't, or who should have the one-on-one.
Agreed. And if people was doing that last year, you know what people would say? He's a one-read quarterback.
Look,
because he's right. Or is he actually reading? So like, Tua can't win in that situation, dude. Like, no matter what he did, there was going to be a problem.
No.
If he did that, then people say he's a one-read quarterback.
I don't think this play. Listen, yeah, sure. The timing was maybe a tick off, and the placement. It could have been better, but at the end of the day, with first down, and he got a positive gain out of it. And
no, we got some on third down too, EM.
Right. But I'm just I'm just saying this particular play. I think that might be, you can't, you can't be too overly critical on that play.
What I'm saying is when you have a high amount of them in a game, I'm wondering.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I'm just saying, like,
and by the way,
we can't be talking about both sides, man. Like, which one are we doing here?
We end up punting the ball, by the way. I think this the drive that was the disaster one. I don't know if this is the one where we just kept missing Waddle and all of these guys.
See those plays that you highlighted. See, this is what I want the fan base to really grasp and really understand. The type of plays, the type of explosive plays that Tua is leaving on the field, that those 4 to 5 to 6 plays per game, right, when they present themselves, the better quarterbacks in the league actually makes those plays. Yeah. And those throws and also those plays that are leaving on the field, that's the difference in either scoring 7 or putting your team in a position where you're flipping the field and you're getting in a much better situation, extending drives, which could ultimately lead to putting more points on the board. That is what it's about. And putting touchdowns on the board.
And these are the plays right here Tua's doing excellent in. But what you want me to take from a play like this with Tua? What you want me to take from this? Screen pass. That ends up going for almost 20 yards. See, these are the ones, he eating today. He cooking. I mean, what you want me to take from that as far as evaluation? He threw a good 1-yard pass?
That's all Tyreek on that play. That's Tyreek on that play.
That's a 20-yard chunk, bro. And that goes into the stats, but we want to make it seem like Tua's lighting it up. These are what those plays are doing. I like this one, by the way.
Now, if Tua was giving us this level of play, but yet he was hitting 2 of those 3 big boy plays, we would be having a much different conversation about
that's the problem. That's what I said. If Tua would have hit that first play to Tyreek Hill,
but he didn't know. But he
didn't. But he didn't. But I'm saying, I said, yeah.
See, here's the problem. EM just said 2 out of 3. We already showed 3 of them, right? And then you brought up the first play. That's 4. That's actually 0 for 4 that we bringing up on big play opportunities. Now, this is what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you how many big play opportunities and how many we're actually missing. So then when we get a Waddle, we make it seem like, look, man, we got the big play. No, you're not realizing what we're missing here. Yeah, they run this one.
Well, we're going to have that energy. He didn't throw a pick because they didn't catch it.
Yeah, but that's him. But
it's still a bad decision, though. It's still a bad decision. There were plays to be made that he didn't make, and he made it even potentially a worse play out of that.
Yeah, he ain't doing no favors in the fourth quarter for himself.
And again, Tua, that's why I'm saying I saw a lot of what, in terms of his decision making, in terms of just his overall operation, it's just the same stuff. I think Tua in this game, he just benefited from Tyreek yards after catch. That's what inflated his numbers. And again, Tua, and you see the film. Him leaving plays. I mean, massive plays on the field. That is what separates the better quarterbacks in the league. Don't leave as many plays on the field. Do they hit every one of those plays when they present themselves? No. But they make enough of them over the course of a 60-minute ball game to generate, enough points and put their team in a better position to win the football game. When you don't capitalize on those opportunities, you know what you get? You get close games, nip and tuck, 13 points. Your offense seems stagnant. And then you got to rely on special teams or the defense to bail you out. And that's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much what happened Sunday. And
I disagree.
It's pretty much the same thing what we've seen the last 2 years.
I definitely agree with that. We had less 3 and outs this game than we did last year. The offense was actually moving the ball up and down the field. off of the passing game.
You know what? That I'll give you that. That is fair. I'll give you that.
So
I'll give you that.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's
at the end
growth
of the day,
here.
but at
It's
the end of the
minimal,
day,
but there is growth.
But at the end of the day, what you put up 13 points. Those are hollow numbers. Those are unimpactful numbers.
No, they aren't. No, when you're not running the ball, those are impactful numbers because we can't run the ball.
Well, again, and real quick, TD. Let me touch on this real quick. Where's all that heat y'all have for Brian Flores for now being able to create a running game? Well, why aren't y'all applying that same pressure to Mike McDaniels to yesterday and today?
Oh, I'm applying it because I feel like half the O-line suck. We got two. We got two.
And this man went out and signed the third best, arguably a top 3 left tackle in the league. Brought in Connor Williams. Brian Flores did not have that personnel at his disposal last year. Where's the pressure at?
They're not gonna give it, but
where's the pressure from the fan base?
Well,
my bad, TD.
Fans, obviously, we've been asking for a better offensive line, but that's the problem. They seem dead set on playing Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg.
Okay.
Well, Austin Jackson wasn't even that bad, but
talking about
Liam Eichenberg was the problem.
You hear him in the comments talking about it's week 1. Did you give Flores the benefit of the doubt for week 1 last year?
The running game been bad all offseason, so we're not gonna do that. No, the running game been bad all offseason.
Did you give Brian Flores the benefit of the doubt in week 1? Did you say that? No, you didn't say that. You crucified him.
They're not going to keep that same energy because they wanted to put everything on him last time. But we'll see. We'll let the time keep going. Let's see if this O-line play better. Let's see if this freaking
my bad, bro. My bad.
No. We got 5 plays so far of huge opportunity that we missed. Here's number 6. All you got to do is look at Tyreek in the middle of the field. Embarrassing. This is the one that hurts me in my soul.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. And he's looking at him, TD.
And throws back shoulder for the 1-yard catch.
He's looking at him.
And the ball placement was also horrible on that, even on the 1-yard catch, because the receiver, forget Tyreek. Look at who he throw it to. He got to do a 360, EM. This is my point that I was making earlier. Look at the 360. You see that?
Oh.
And now let's go back to Tyreek. I mean, what do you want? This is number 6, bro. This is the 6th play, and we're just talking about the second half. I didn't even do none of the first half yet. Look,
this has been the second half alone?
Yeah, I didn't do none of the first half.
Oh.
I actually went backwards. I went from the 4th quarter all the way, and I'm going up in the game. Because I've been telling people Tua was horrible in the second half. This is the 6th missed huge opportunity. And you can't make it up. So what do you want me to do with this? Right here, if you know Tyreek's route, that ball should already get ready to come out. Look at the protection at this point. What more do you want?
You know something, TD? That's similar to that play in the preseason, too. Remember that Cedric Wilson post route?
Yeah,
that he didn't throw? And again, the pockets was pristine. He had plenty of time to process and ultimately respond and make the throw. And this is
like you're looking at that second post. But...
Well, let me say this. Even the Waddle second post is there. Look at it.
Yeah. You got that in there.
Both of them. He, for some reason, just won't make the big throw. He's scared. He don't want to throw the pick. I keep telling y'all.
But you know what?
But now that this is on film, you don't think he going
But see, I understand that if a quarterback has a tendency to be reluctant to throw the football and fit it in the tight windows, but bro, there's no one, bro. There's nobody around. I mean, for what? 10 yards?
Yeah,
at least,
bro.
Look at that window. Look at that. You got the safety bailing. He already in panic mode right now. There is no one. Look at that.
Come on, man. And this is what I be talking about. Wide open, but you ain't seeing none of these clips on Twitter. This is the 6th play that we showed you a huge opportunity. You ain't seeing none of these on Twitter.
Kidding me. And again, go back to what we were saying. Now,
and this is what CB83 talked about yesterday. Bruh, that's too tight. You trying to get him to fit it in there.
Now,
this is the type of stuff
now, my question to the fan base. If Tua's issues was all about personnel, how do you freaking explain this right here? If it was all about personnel.
I can attempt to try to explain it. We're dealing with a quarterback who, for his first 2 years, was under a defensive coach who taught him to be conservative, and now he needs to be more aggressive. No, I'm not blaming Brian. I'm just saying.
Listen, man.
Generally speaking, that's how quarterbacks are taught.
Hey, respectfully, you better thank God. You better thank your lucky stars. That ain't me controlling this panel right now, because you would get booted off for that. You really would.
Well, by the way, I'm Isaiah Mullins. I'm the one you called out the other day.
Oh, are you?
When you were talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, hell yeah, you goddamn right. You'd have been booted off. Yeah. So, there's no excuse, bro. There's no justification for Tua not making this throw. I agree.
This is the 6th throw that we're talking about here in the second half, and all of them would have been chunk plays. This one right here, this might have, if Tyreek would have got that ball right here, he would have split them guys just like Waddle and went up that field.
Oh, that was a touchdown, bro. The safety was already bailing. He was already in panic mode. There was nobody going to touch him. They were not going to get a fingernail on him.
This is
and I'm telling you now, if Tua
frustrated, watch this.
I'm telling you now. Look at his arms. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
And I am telling you now, if Tua don't clean this up, I'm telling you, Tyreek is going to start talking publicly.
If we're losing,
no. Tyreek gonna start. No. Tyreek is gonna start talking regardless, because he leaving. Because bro, he's got Hall of Fame aspirations. And if they, and you can imagine the atmosphere when they're sitting, evaluating the tape as a team. He gonna start looking at Tua. He gonna start looking at Tua at the side of it, like looking all upside of Tua's the side of Tua's head, like, bro, what are you doing? Come on, man.
I hear what you're saying, but
I don't blame him one bit. I don't blame him.
94 times 17 is 1,500 yards. So, I mean, he's Tyreek Hill, even though there was more to be had, he's still on a good pace to have a great season. So,
let me say
he's going to get his. He's going to get his.
Let me say this, bro. Let me say this. This play is the perfect proof that Tua ain't getting better. The weapons around him is getting better. He throws it to the guy for the 1 yard, but look what the guy does. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
That should have died right there, but look what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks the tackle, shakes the man, goes up, first down. And y'all want to rave about, look at Tua moving the chains. This is all the weapons doing the work.
Now, if that was the only play to be made on that particular play,
sense. Yeah,
then there would be no reason to critique him on that. But there was two massive windows to be made. No, man, that's unacceptable. Y'all got to wake up. I've been telling y'all, it's what plagues Tua from what we've seen for going on his third year now. It's not about personnel, because we saw the tape last year. Mac Hollins was just in Tyreek Hill's situation in that scenario last year.
And here's the problem, EM. When we lose, they'll go look at the tape and say, yeah, Tua didn't have the best game, but it's just one game. He been better in the other ones. And this is why I play the film. This is why I show you the things he struggled with, because don't act like if we lose to Baltimore and you see the same problems, like this is the first time he making them, because that's what people are going to do. Only when we lose, y'all want to acknowledge them. And then when somebody's talking about we won and he doing the same thing.
That's a very good point, TD. That's a very good point.
I heard you
earlier when you made that point. I was like, man, that's spot on.
They don't do that. They don't want to talk about how much he's missing, even in the wins. Tua's 14-8. What are you talking about? This is what he's doing in them wins.
That is an excellent point.
Well, this is a run play.
Tua's got to clean out. He's again, and for all those people that were saying about, Tua's a good processor and I'm an idiot, you other people are an idiot for just being.
One. Here come another one. Tyreek on the crosser. Him and Waddle crossing each other. Now I understand he got pressure in his face, but again, if you know the play, Waddle, his route was weird on this. But once again, Tyreek on the cross.
No. Oh, Tua. Oh, Tua, no. Tua, no.
It's number 7. We're on number 7. T. Rich on number 3. I don't know how, but this is number 7. This is number 7 right here.
And this is all from the second half, TD.
All for the second. We're just in the second half.
He didn't have that many incompletions, so I mean, you could probably point at every incompletion as being a problem.
He didn't.
So
No. He didn't have the incompletions because look at the last play. Instead of the big play, he took the check down. Look at this play. This is the 1-yard play by Gesicki. So that's why he's getting the completions, but he's missing the big play. This is a 1-yard pass to Gesicki. Panic mode, man. These are the big plays to be made.
Well, if there's pressure in your face, you should be checking down, right?
Not, bro.
I get what you're saying, a bigger play, but what I'm saying is, I think in that situation, he's just trying to avoid a sack. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying, like, he's just trying to avoid the sack, which is what gets him into trouble because he thinks he's somebody he's not. Just,
Well, why are you giving him an excuse for that?
What excuse? I said it was right.
No. What you're saying is, Tua just thinks he's a player that he's not. That's a problem.
And then
correct.
Self-awareness.
That's Alabama.
Part of the evaluation.
The reason why he broke his hip because he's trying to do stuff that he's not that guy. He's a pocket passer.
Self-awareness is part of the evaluation.
Great.
And here we
are.
So
we don't disagree on that point.
Okay.
So there we go. We punted the ball. All right. This is the last one in the fourth quarter. I mean, in the second half. This is the first drive of the second half. All right. I think he did a good job on this one. Nothing was really open. He hit Waddle right away. The first thing that he saw, struck it. That was the start of the first first half. All right. Play action. I'm not mad about the decision here because remember you got the crosser in it. I'm not mad about this one, no, Ian.
Look at that 45-yard line right there.
I know, but again, this was a first read. He never even surveyed the field. He already knew he was going there. So I'm not mad. It must have been designed to go here because this is also
for a matchup
down.
Or something. Yeah.
This is third down. But look at the ball placement. 360 again.
Why do you say it was designed? I don't think that was I think that was just a play action right there.
Well, he was in motion, so
it was third down. Tua already knew he was going there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was third and what was it down in distance?
3rd and 3.
And they didn't convert, right? They didn't convert.
No,
or did they?
That was a dime for Hill. Yeah, that was a Tyreek Hill play.
And what is Tyreek Hill supposed to do if he can't run and catch this in stride? You see, once again, you put this out in his angle right now in front of him, and then he can race to that sideline to get the first down. But what does Tyreek have to do? Jump off his feet and do a 360. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a fair point, but no, I don't think that play was designed to go there. I don't think that was.
No. It was the Tua designed it to go there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He predetermined that route. He predetermined that play.
Exactly.
Tyreek Hill faster than everybody else.
Exactly.
No, the play to make was at look at the 45-yard line right there.
No, look at the 38.
To the bottom of the screen, yeah. That's what I was looking at.
Either way. He made his mind up before the play started. I'm gonna try to hit Tyreek on this quick one.
He predetermined that, and also TD. Did we see that last year and the year before? Okay.
We talk about reading the 3 levels of the field.
So where is the improvement? But I thought it was all about personnel. I thought it was all Tua's issues was primarily about what he didn't have around him.
You can't take one play and say he's not reading the field,
bro. We got 8. We up to 8 plays now.
8 out of 30. 8 out of 30.
Oh my God!
That's the difference in it, bro. That's the difference in the football game. What are you talking about?
We won the game. This is what difference? We won the game handily.
You know what?
Granted, he left up on the field, but we won the game handily.
I'm at this hospital right now, and I got people walking by looking at me crazy. I'm about to blow a gasket.
That game wasn't close. I'm going
to respectfully dismiss myself from the panel because I don't want these people to put me out, bro.
CB83 was worse yesterday.
Oh,
it was even worse, bro.
Well, TD asked somebody to come up here and be disagreeable, so I'm trying to play my role.
No. But bro, no. He said come up here and disagree with him, but just don't be foolish. You know what I mean? You just
how is that foolish? Because I said he's reading some places and some places not. That's factual. Some places he's reading, some places he's not. I disagree with y'all. That was a one replay. I didn't argue against that.
Yeah, but what we're saying, the holistic view, bro, we're just in the second half and we've identified 8 plays left on the field.
8 plays when we're playing conservative up by 17 points where he doesn't want to throw the game away.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, TD, it's like they in a trance, bro. They in a trance, dog. You got the film showing this guy, and respectfully, no disrespect, homie. Oh my God, man.
Say how you feel, man. Say how you feel.
Nah, bro. There's no disrespect, bro. You listen.
I don't put this. I've been watching y'all for years, bro. I ain't gonna be disrespected. What's up? Say how you feel, bro.
No. You seem like you're good.
What he trying to say is,
I'm
bro,
just like,
everything don't have to be argued, man. That's all. I mean, at the end of the day, this right here, bro, this is the 8th play in the second half where that ain't gonna cut it, bro.
I agree. Against the upper echelon teams, we gotta do better. I
want you to think about the successful plays in the second half. Look at the screen pass to Tyreek. That's as easy as it gets throwing a screen pass.
Now let me ask.
All the other passes, they're so easy.
Let me ask the homie this. Let me ask him this real quick. So if we go into Baltimore Sunday, and we're going to be on a roll in a hostile environment, going up against Lamar Jackson, we all know what Baltimore brings to the table, and if Tua gives like you this level of play Sunday, and we only put up 10, 13, I'll give him 14. What are our chances that we're going to be successful in terms of winning that football? Because Baltimore can put up points. Baltimore can put up points. They can do that.
50-50. If Lamar Jackson can't read the zero defense like last year, can we put up 10?
No, they're not going to do that. Byron Jones is not playing. You saw Needham get somewhat exposed. You saw Needham get exposed in that fourth quarter Sunday, right? Well, that's on film now. No. John Harbaugh will not make that same mistake. He's going to come out and identify where Nick Needham is, because comparable to Xavier Howard, Nick Needham is an inferior player, and he's going to look to highlight him and isolate him a hell of a lot more consistent than we saw Sunday. And Lamar Jackson can actually extend plays with his leg. We all know what Lamar bringing to the table. So now you got competency from a head coaching and a coaching staff standpoint, and you got upgraded personnel offensively. They're going to move the ball against us. You know they're going to move the ball. They're going to be able to run against us. You saw the run game Sunday. We all saw the run game. They got better in the second half. But guess what? Baltimore has a much better offensive line. They have much better running backs than what New England has. So they're going to put up points. So we're going to be in a situation where we're going to have to put up points. Now, if Tua gives you this level of play, look at the plays that he's leaving on the field here. How comfortable do you feel about our chances of winning if this version of Tua repeats itself come Sunday?
Now, it was two different versions though. This version, the second half, this is trash. I don't care how you want to slice it. This is poor play. The first half was slightly above average. The first half was slightly above average, bro.
So TD, with that being said, maybe is that because we were up by so much?
No, let me prove to you the score had nothing to do with it.
No, let me put a question, because McDaniel's clearly still been aggressive with the play calling. But I'm saying in Tua's mind, because he's that conservative quarterback, he's still doing the conservative stuff.
There's no such thing in the NFL, bro. A quarterback going on the field saying we up 17-0. Let me make sure I take the check down every time. No, there's no such thing in the NFL, bro. It doesn't exist.
That's another excuse.
No, I'm not saying it's a good thing that he was doing that. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just trying to figure out why. That's it. I'm just trying to identify why was he doing that. Not
because he's just missing guys. It's that simple. He's just missing guys. That's all.
Listen, I'm not ruling out the fact that Tua can improve because
Absolutely,
technically anything is possible. But I'm moving toward. Listen,
he gonna have some games where he come out there and actually execute some of those big games. But this is the thing: as soon as he come out, let's just hypothetically say Baltimore, them 8 plays we just saw, he might hit 4 of them, and we all, I told you. The problem with Tua is, last year, he wasn't even this consistent, what we just saw. He wasn't even that inconsistent from what we just saw on film. Now, when he come out and he hit a few of them, it's not that he can't, but we all know he is inconsistent. So what's going to happen is when he come out and he hit a few of them, y'all going to say, I told you so. And then a week or 2 later, he going to come out and miss 8 again.
But if all that stacks up to 11 wins in the playoff berth, why we mad?
No, what it got to stack up to is a Super Bowl at the end of the day. If Tua can play at a high level and not, if Tua can play at, well, look at, we ain't got the O-line.
The line gonna get real.
Bro, you got to stop talking about we ain't got the O-line for it. This is exactly what Herbert overcame because he hit those targets. I mean, Burrow. This is exactly what Burrow overcame. Now, let me ask you a question. Did the O-line affect all 8 of the ones we just looked at?
No, it was Tua making bad plays.
You got to take what's given to you. It's that simple, bro. Now, this is the drive right before halftime, man.
So what we saying is we want him to be 90% per game, like because he was 70. So what are we asking for? Astronomical numbers. See, what are we?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where y'all get misconstrued. Y'all keep looking at completion percentage.
Because super high, every single throw is unrealistic, TD. No quarterback does that.
Hold on, you're missing the big point. It's not about his completion percentage. Keep the exact same completion percentage, but instead of the 1-yard dump off, grab the 30. Instead of the 5-yard dump off, grab the 20. Replace it with the right read. Y'all need to stop saying, y'all want Tua to be perfect. No, keep the same 66% completion percentage, but God dog it, make better decisions and get the bigger play instead of the small one. It's not hard.
But some of those plays weren't all completions. Some of them were incompletions. That's what I'm saying. Some of them plays you showed were incompletions.
Bro, most of the plays I showed, he never even attempted to go where he should have. He never even attempted. These weren't drop balls. Only one of them was low. That was the Tyreek, and that was Wade, one of the first 2. The rest of them, these guys are coming across the middle wide open, and he don't even attempt it. Ain't no excuse, man. Let's move on. Let's watch some more, man. TD, where's the link? I just came in. Give me a second, bro, because I ain't gonna be here too much longer. I just want to maybe go through this drive because this is the touchdown drive. See? Now, when we get into that RPO stuff, that's the first half. That RPO stuff. They always put somebody in the flat and have somebody curl behind the linebacker. Just like that. It makes the linebacker have 2 people to worry about. If the linebacker follow the flat, Waddle open. If the linebacker stay with Waddle, the flat open. This is Flores. This is the exact same thing they ran with Flores.
I mean, everybody wants RPO, but yeah.
This is the Flores offense, bro. This is when they moved down the field and got the touchdown.
So now we're going to say he can only run the RPO. That's what we're going back to?
Man, I don't know what Tua could run. I don't know what he can run.
Well, if you go back to the analytics, bro, Tua's a different quarterback when he's in RPO format than he is in a traditional format.
No, Tua's a different quarterback when he has a pocket. If you look at his under pressure numbers and non under pressure numbers, they're different. He needs.
I'm not blaming the offensive line.
I was just going to say, TD, I'm not blaming the offensive line. I'm just stating a fact that Tua's a traditional pocket passer who thrives in that type of offense. He's not the off-script running quarterback. He could throw on the move, but he's not that guy. And the stats tell you that. And that's true since last year.
I think a lot of them RPO numbers when he's in an RPO format inflates that statistic, in my opinion, to a great degree. in my opinion. You know, go put the. Why don't y'all mention the stats when the statistics when he's in when he does have time and he's asked to read the field for 3 seconds or longer? Why is his
He's
numbers
not good. His
Why
numbers
is his
actually
numbers
one
I
of
don't
the
know.
worst.
Is
at the
there a
bottom
stat for
half
that?
of the league?
I don't know if there's a stat for that. If
There
is,
is.
There is.
I want to
He's
see it. Yeah,
He's one of the worst in the league if he gets more than 2.5 seconds to throw the ball.
So when they
Which is
sit here and say
shocking.
that, bro, there's a lot of that is inflated, I think, in my opinion.
And people wonder why Tua had a PFF rating of 53.
Oh, because of his turnover-worthy plays, it brought him down. That fourth quarter was bad. Was hard on him from that aspect.
And I ain't gonna kill him for this play. It was converted. Ain't a good decision, but it was converted. I'll take it all day.
That wheel route.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tyreek went up and took it.
I didn't think that was as bad as it looks because Tyreek's 5'10". If that was Preston Williams, a 50-50 ball, no one would complain about that throw. I just think because Tyreek's small is why it looks as bad as it looks.
Yeah, I ain't gonna debate
But
that.
still, I don't know, man. I mean, man, he's throwing in. I mean, he's got.
Yeah, it's not good, but
I don't think that's the best
It's a
decision.
50-50 ball by definition.
Okay, but
both players got 50% chance of getting it.
Well, run that back. Run that play back, TD. What did he have available to him?
No, it was nothing available.
Oh, okay.
See, this the one CBA got me. Me and CBA was arguing about. Now look at Tyreek at the beginning of the route. He gonna get bumped, which throws him off. And Tua puts it high and in front, and Tyreek dives for the ball, kind of like on his feet dive, and gets one hand on it, but can't reel it in because it's just difficult.
The ball's behind him,
in front a little bit. You see, he reaches.
I can't really tell. I can't really tell.
I'm gonna show you the end zone view, and it'll give you a better look. CB83 talk about it. Tyreek never even left his feet. What are you talking about?
CB had that Tua hat on a little extra tight last night.
Big time. So as you can see, you see how he like jump off the ground trying to go get it, and he gets one hand on it, and it's just too much.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit more on Tua on that one.
Yeah, that ball was a little too high.
Yeah, a little bit too high.
But EM, remember what I say, Tua a spot thrower. Let me tell you why I wasn't on the money, bro. If you really look at it, this is why I wasn't on the money. If Tyreek didn't get bumped at the line of scrimmage, that would have been a big play. That would have been a huge play with great ball placement is what they would have said. Let me show you. The only reason Tyreek's timing was off on that route is because the Patriots defense, look what they did. Hold on. Let me pause it and blow it up. Let me play it. Watch what they do to Tyreek on this play.
Yeah, he
at
got
the bottom
rerouted.
of the screen.
Yeah, he got rerouted.
That slight reroute is why. But again, EM, that's why he'll spot throw.
You get paid $30 million, fam. You can't be getting rerouted.
Oh, come on, man. You running past a guy you don't even know if he gonna touch you.
But you know what though? But I like I just think the execution was off. I like the read.
Absolutely.
That was an execution issue. So I can't really kill Tua on. I mean, I know he has to make the play, but at least the processing was there on that particular play.
And I don't count that, by the way. We still at 8. That ain't one that I count. It ain't that big of a deal. It happens. Now this one is number 9. Lord Jesus. And maybe I'm wrong, but you tell me, EM. But we're gonna look at the corner route on this one. Oh my Jesus. Durham Smythe. Oh my gosh.
Nobody trusts Durham Smythe, man.
If you know the route in the play. Now remember,
he got the go route too. He got the go route on the bottom of the screen too, TD. Look.
Now that's a guy with him, but it is one-on-one. You can't take
Who is that? Who is that? Is that Waddle?
No, that's like Sherfield or somebody.
Yeah, that's somebody taller, yeah.
Now he does have pressure coming up the middle, but let me pause it where you got to make the identification. Right here, if you know your defense,
that ball.
If you know the defense, that ball should be coming out right.
It should be coming out right now.
Well, if you know your offense, that ball, you know it's a post route. That is clear field. That big old open field on a corner. that ball need to be flying right here.
He's looking at him too, isn't
And he is looking at him, EM. And he's looking at him.
But Tua has definitely thrown, floating that ball over that second level like that. He's always struggled with that. Even Fitzpatrick alluded to that on a press, an oppressor. In 2020, he's had to, he had to, really get on to about that. Hey, man, you see it, bro? Why is there so much hesitation? He's got him. Bro, look at that window. And TD, it's like they're conceding. Look, they're what I noticed after watching the game, they conceded the third level to Tua. You know what I mean? For the most part, they were sitting on everything underneath.
And they gave him you mean the second level?
Yeah, with the second and third level. Yeah.
And then on top of it, even if you don't go there, you had this flat the whole time, and now you're getting sacked.
Yep.
That sack is purely on him, bro.
Yeah, that's on him.
That's number 9 right there. Sorry, y'all. That was number 9.
So 9, and that's in 9 plays over the course of a 60-minute football game that potentially had, big play potential.
He better
9 plays.
Okay, good. I was trying to say you better hit this one.
Wow, that is crazy.
9 plays, bro. And this is the big one. Waddle skirt through, boy. You seen that burst?
That was excellent by Tua.
This was that play.
Execution, read, ball placement. You can't get any better than that.
This that Flores.
That's that same play that they ran against Carolina last year. Remember that play Waddle had, that big play?
Yeah, I thought that was a dig route, the Carolina play, or
no, Waddle was running through.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was running through it. So no, I'm sorry. And let me tell y'all something. Tua does have some good plays in this game. Ain't no question about it. But we already know what Tua does well. And he did the things he does well. And again, we could go over those things just like that play, like right there. There was another one 3 before that. But when you evaluate a guy, you want to continue to look for the things that he struggled with to see if he's executing them. And that ain't nowhere to be found in these film studies. His growth ain't nowhere to be found. It's just more of what he already does well, he executing at a high level still. But all the things that he has always struggled in is what you just saw, 9 plays, and this is a field goal at this point. Tua is playing like a backup QB. Anybody can have an average-looking game with weapons. He has Tua is not the franchise QB. If he was a franchise QB, y'all would have 40, but people will make excuses.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying y'all, man,
they should have hung 30 minimum Sunday.
Listen,
they should have hung 30 on there.
I'm actually tired of going over this film, man. How many was that? 9?
9. You didn't know 9.
And we still had a whole quarter and a half to start the game.
And moving forward, TD, if these you need to start charting kind of what you did, about like charting the plays that he left on the field, like on a game by game basis, so you'll have always that too as a reference.
And go through it with everybody 2 times so we can all agree what we seeing.
Yeah.
So nobody can come back and be like, no, he didn't. No, that was very evident. Shake Money said EM is the GOAT with his evaluation. That's why he undefeated on everybody's platform.
Salute to Shake. That's a smart man right there. Very intelligent young man.
TD, serious question. How much of these misreads on open wide receivers do you and Ball Game think it might be to overall knowledge routes? Does he truly study? I don't know why. Y'all got an explanation? I don't know why he looking at and not hitting wide open guys.
I mean, I just think he looks like he just don't look like a confident player to me. He just don't look like a player that he believes he can truly make any throw on the field. And again, he's seeing the field slowly. You know what I mean? His timing in where it need to be. And you heard again, go back to that interview, Mike McDaniel. He alluded to that. That to truly maximize the play potential in this offense, the timing has to be spot on. And look, but Tua has had. That's why I question. If you go back to when we hired Mike McDaniel, and we were talking about this whole West Coast narrative, and everybody jumped to the conclusion that Tua is the perfect quarterback for this quote unquote system. But if you look at the requirements, timing, ball placement, evaluating all three levels consistently, Tua has been behind the 8 ball as a Miami Dolphin in those categories. So, I mean, again, and you see in the film, I mean, we saw it. And again, this is the same system that we've been running last year. It's like a copy and paste job. It's just more pre-snap motion, right? Just a ton of more pre-snap motion. That's all. But conceptually, this is the same offense. So,
because both of them feature in-breaking routes, but the RPO and the West Coast aren't the same. They actually read different things at different times.
We acknowledge, we understand that. What I'm saying is, you saw all those elements on Sunday. TD just highlighted multiple RPO plays. So it's the same. Again, his tendencies are different, obviously, than what Brian Flores or George Godsey is. But that's the only difference. A little more pre-snap motion. But conceptually, fundamentally, it's the same offense, bro. So, again, Tua had opportunities last year on film with that inept personnel, according to a lot of our fan base, right? There was multiple in every game for him to process properly and make plays when they presented themselves, and he did not do it. And again, if it's about personnel, if it was all about personnel, which is the argument that 99.9% of this fan base, our fan base, was making to, as an excuse for Tua, why are we seeing the same issues in the first game? And it's even worse if it's just all about personnel.
I don't know if it's worse. I wouldn't say it's worse.
We only got 2 more drives, so we might as well knock them out real quick. So this is the second drive of the game. Let's go ahead and knock them out. See, and when I say one read, bro, did you see this one right here? Did y'all see this, Ian?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Watch this. We going one read on this, but look at the guy wide open for a touchdown on the opposite side at the bottom of the screen. Watch this.
Oh.
This is what one read gets you. You're gonna eliminate half of the field, not knowing what's going on, because once again, they are not even asking him to read the levels of the field because they don't believe he can. They are giving him scripted, easy plays. Any great quarterback,
or that Tua not reading the field.
Man,
That's where we kind of disagree.
No, I think it's Tua just not reading the field because
it's not the coach. Why the coach? Coach don't call a play and say,
you know what? I've been killing Mike McDaniels, and yeah, he deserves it, right? Because again, he's old. He's the one responsible. It might not be fair, but he's the head coach. He's the offensive coordinator. No. He's calling the plays. You got to hold him responsible.
I disagree.
However, no, they're scheming, bro. It's not the scheme because you're seeing guys open. The scheme is there. The play. All you can do from a coach is make the play call and present the options for the quarterback. The quarterback has to execute. And there's been options available to Tua. He's not seeing it. So that's on Tua. That's on Tua. That's on Tua.
Is that 10 or are we just going to stay at 9?
No, that's 10. That's a 10. Massive play right there. Are you kidding me?
I just think that it's so egregious that he had to be told, don't worry about nothing else. Just hit Tyreek on this.
But I think some of that could be him trying to keep Tyreek happy too. Like, because he's kind of deep. Again, not making excuses. I'm just trying to, Tyreek got to get his touches.
Once again, y'all, it's going to always be the dump down, but look at the corner route again. I understand a guy is in his face, but some guys in this league going to the second level. Look at that corner route. Some guys going, now, hey, it is what it is. Now, look at here's where, okay, this is a perfect illustration of what we mean by limitations. And again, it's all about, it was all about
where Tua was drafted, if you're a 5th overall pick, this is the expectation that's placed upon you. We all should have the expectation for you to make those type of big boy throws, right? Herbert is out here making them.
Yeah.
Right? Joe Burrow's out here making them.
Number 5 overall.
All of these other quarterbacks that you were compared to, that was in your draft class, they're all making these throws. Why aren't you?
Look at
I
this.
think that
Why
one
aren't
he's just
you?
too small. If they're defending his face, he's just too small. Like that's just a size problem.
Yeah, look at this post over the top. And here's the thing: even the ball in the flat, he throws on the running back's back hip to where he had to juggle it. This running back, look at the defense. This running back should be able to catch the ball and turn up the sideline, even if that's where you want to go. But look how he juggles the ball because it's on his back hip. He got to turn to get it. You got to lead that. See, he juggled it. He would have been out, and that's Tyreek. Game of inches, man.
Oh, this is depressing. This is really. Oh, look at.
I mean, it could have been worse. He could have had 5 turnovers like Joe Burrow, but he didn't do that. So.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Well, okay, that's fine. Yeah, Burrow did look terrible. Fair enough.
I'm a Burrow fan, actually.
But I'm gonna tell you this: Tua don't clean up. If Tua don't clean this up, it's gonna be ugly Sunday.
Agreed. Oh no, agreed.
It's
no, I'm with you. Because we ain't gonna run the game. It's Tua or bust on the offense. Well, the passing game, I should say, or bust, because the receivers are included in that. But yeah, no.
All
right.
Wow, they're giving it, and Bill Belichick is just conceding and just giving him plays, bro, on a silver platter.
Well, because the Patriots' base defense is a cover 1, though. So
I don't know what's finna happen right here, but you got safety scared right now. Waddle and Tyreek coming straight at him.
I know, right? They already in panic mode.
I don't know what's finna happen. Oh, look at the crosser. Please tell me you finna hit the crosser. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Tua, no. Tua,
he
no.
Rolled.
Oh, Tua, no.
That's 11.
Oh.
That's 11, bro. I got to play that one back. No. Now, this is what I'm talking about, how you miss huge opportunities.
TD, now I see what you were saying last night, bro.
Exactly. And even if you want to, bro, this is my thing on that play. Even if you want to hit Gesicki right away, like even if you want to dump it down, everything is there. Look at Gesicki in the flat. Even if you want to come back, because he look at it, and now he looking at Tyreek. He never even look the crosser right here.
Well, what is Tua seeing, TD? I mean, there's nobody in the middle.
Let me tell you what's happening.
Level.
Let me tell you what's happening.
There's nobody in that area of the field. What is he seeing?
He's looking for Tyreek too much because his eyes was on him. That's the problem. Because these are, bro, you can't tell me Waddle ain't got a shot at a touchdown on this too. He catch that ball in this open space. Now Tyreek is a blocker.
This is why when you don't capitalize on these big play, explosive play opportunities, this is why you put 13 points on the board. This is why your offense generates 13 points, right? With again, look at the personnel that we have, all this, experience we have at the coaching level, I thought that was just going to eliminate the problem. That's what we were told by our fan base.
And these are clean pockets, by the way. We up to what, 11 or what?
Oh man. Now this was a good play right here. This was a good play from Tua on this.
I love what he did on this one. He saw that.
He identified where the heat was coming, and he threw to the vacated area, which is what you're supposed to do. Your hot route. So this was a good decision, a good execution by Tua.
Quick little hitter, and I ain't gonna trip about the ball placement, the 360 again. You know how I feel about that. Actually, I like the placement. Took him from the middle so he can get more outside. That was a great play by him.
Now let me ask you this real quick, TD, and I'm not trying to create a quarterback controversy or anything like that. But
when is there not one?
Skyler, bro, I'm telling you, people talk about.
But based off what we saw in preseason, you think I saw Skyler make a lot of them make a lot of them decisions in the preseason.
People say Skyler ain't got no pressure coming at him. He ain't not no real starters. The O-line is blocking.
Yeah,
if Skyler was back there, Skyler is eating right now. Skyler would have put up 400.
We saw Skyler.
Skyler's also playing with house money, though. Skyler's playing second and third string players.
It don't
It kind of does. It kind of does. He's playing third string players with a roster spot on the line. He's playing with house money.
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me Skylar Thompson with protection in the pocket, right? With first stringers, like Tua got out there with wide open guys, just like them fourth stringers, wouldn't have played. Wouldn't have hit these routes that we talking about?
I don't know because I've never seen him with the first string.
Bro, it's the same thing. If the starters are leaving people wide open, and the fourth string is leaving people wide open, it's the same thing, bro. They're wide open. These guys that we're watching on film right now are wide open. They might as well be fourth stringers.
We're really not seeing any type of like exotic type of coverages. You know what I mean? That New England is scheming, is throwing at Tua. And I mean, man, look, bro. No.
Look at this. Look at this again. Do you see the crosser coming across?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he get him. Thank you, Lord. He finally gets him. Oh, he fumbled. He fumbled that. Oh, the white.
No, they overturned that.
Oh, they overturned it?
Yeah, they overturned it.
He finally, man, she done knocked me out of it. Give me a second.
I'm just saying, I don't mean to start a controversy, but I've seen Skyler make a lot of them similar throws, big boy throws in the preseason. I'm just saying.
Give me a second.
You know?
Man, that's the other problem I have with the fan base. Every quarterback name that come up got to replace Tua. Like, it was recent. It was recent that last year.
But this is why. But listen, hey, what's your name, bro?
Isaiah.
This is the reason why. It's nobody is just doing that just to being spiteful, but because of Tua the person. No, it's all film based. This is the reason why. Until Tua cleans these issues up, that conversation about replacing him is going to remain consistent. This is the reason why.
Where's Teddy Bridgewater? Why he didn't replace him yet? Well, he couldn't beat him out.
Oh, don't worry.
What happened with that?
Now, see, hey, don't worry. Let this not be cleaned up by week 4. Or 5.
No.
Let this not be cleaned up by week 4 or 5, and we start losing. See, now all of this gets overlooked and gets swept up under the rug for the most part because we won. Think about the conversation we would be having right now if we would have lost.
Yep.
So no, let this not get taken care of. Let Tua, let him not clean this stuff up and we start losing. That conversation is going to be. We're going to be having that conversation a lot sooner than we initially anticipated when the season started.
Teddy being him out, man. I don't see that happen.
Well, we had 11 or 12 plays.
11.
So this is the end around. Make sure I don't give them no extra ones. Now you go on Twitter and tell me why nobody want to show these. We got 11 doggone plays. Nobody want to show those.
So if it's just as simple as hitting the open man, we don't believe Tua can clean this up?
Has he done it? I mean, has he proven it in 3 years?
Like I told TD earlier.
How long does it take?
He's gotten better every year.
But
this is good coverage. Let
y'all tell it. Let you guys tell it. You portion of that fan base. It was all about what Tua didn't have around him. That's what y'all said. That's what y'all sold on us.
I did say that, and it was on him as well. It was a mixture of both.
TD, you need to clip.
TD, what you need to do. Somebody had a bad play.
You know what? If I was you, TD, I'm not telling you how to run your channel, but if it was me, listen, all these people, see,
all 11
all
of
those
them
people that clipping all the good stuff, right? I would be clipping all of these plays that he could have made and putting them out on Twitter, putting them out obviously on YouTube, because again, we the fan base deserve all the information, not just cherry picking what plays align with your narrative. We deserve as fans. We need
you can
all
do
the
that for every
information,
quarterback
all
in
the
the
film
NFL,
study.
man. Like that's the other part. I feel
That's
like
what I would be doing.
But you can do that for every quarterback in the NFL. And no quarterback goes out there and make every single play that could be had.
That's not true. See, here's
Why
the
is that
difference.
true?
Here's the difference, Dolphins. You're actually right. Every quarterback in the NFL, when you watch their film, they're going to miss opportunities just like Tua. The difference is if I go watch Herbert's film, Tua, we're up to 11. Right now, Herbert would probably be up to 4. There's levels to this, bro.
We see her week 12. We'll see what happens week 12 when we see him. We'll see.
Yeah, but all I'm saying
last time I checked, Tua was 1-0 against Herbert.
Be careful what you wish. Did you see that defense?
Did you see that? To Herbert, so I don't want to hear that.
Did you see that defense Sunday? Did you see that defense Sunday? Be careful what you wish for now.
Yep, I saw Khalil Mack going crazy.
All right, okay. Okay. Be careful what you wish for.
We'll see.
Yeah, Tua got a lot to clean up, bro. There's a lot. This team should be, man, it should be. Oh, man, this offense should be light years ahead of what we saw Sunday, bro.
It is light years ahead. It's the execution.
I agree.
If Mike McDaniel can scheme all those guys open, this is the exact offense you want. But people got mad when I showed them last year. Flores was scheming these guys open like this. Now, not as much.
It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this.
No, I agree with that.
It wasn't like this.
It wasn't to this degree. But is that due to personnel? Is that due to personnel or is that due to scheme? Because Flores didn't have this level of personnel at his disposal.
He had Waddle.
Yeah, and Waddle ate too. Waddle got his. Waddle got his. So let's be fair. If we're going to be fair now, Flores did not have. All I see is
that's Flores. That's Flores. He picked the players.
The only difference I see is that we have upgraded personnel, and that's not a coaching thing. That's not a coach. You can't say that. Oh, Mike McDaniel's a better offensive mind. He's got better personnel. He should have.
Would Flores have traded for Tyreek Hill and made him a highest paid receiver in the NFL?
He was trying to trade for Deshaun Watson. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he make a splash trade like that?
He's an essential. The quarterback is an essential piece.
They brought in Will Fuller. They brought in Will Fuller.
And guess what? They wouldn't have needed Tyreek. They wouldn't have needed
Will Fuller can't hold Hill's jock strap, bro.
But anyway, man, listen, I got like 5 more minutes, so I'm gonna play these last plays. This is number 12 right here. I'm not mad though, because I like him taking this shot, but missing it, we got to get that. That's huge on the first drive. I love that Tua took the shot though. That Alec Ingold.
Yeah, he just missed him. He just missed
it. But it's a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That's a false start. Because I know we end up with a field goal, I believe, on this drive.
I want to know where all of those people. It's just one game, man. Anyway, my bad, TD.
Safety's in trouble, boy. Look at him right here, them corners.
Already in panic mode.
And I like what he do here. Now he ain't got the arm strength. That's why timing is important, and he lets the ball go right on the break.
I think the whole operation, the operation of this play was phenomenal by Tua. That probably was his best throw of the game, I think.
Yeah, you're right. I said that last night. I said this is probably his best throw in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, what would his yards, touchdowns be if he didn't miss plays? Man, he'd be putting up 400 yards. Man. You can't tell me we didn't just look at least 150 yards worth of just blue. Easy.
And it's not about yards; it's about touchdowns. It's about scoring touchdowns. Look about how many touchdowns I don't care about yards, bro. Are you making enough impactful plays to put your team in a position where they're consistently putting 7 on the board? That's where you want to be as a quarterback. All right, TD, I got to bounce, bro. We'll touch base here in a little bit.
All right, appreciate you, bro. So I think we're going to end up with 12 is the official count. That's the only reason I decided to finish, because I got to make sure I have an official count so we can go week by week and see how many plays each week we leave a huge opportunity on the field. So far we had 12, and these are some of the last plays we have. And this right here, this is great coverage across the board, and it's sacked, fumbled. We ain't gonna put that on him. But Dolphins A, and that's a field goal. All right, I'm done with that. All right, Dolphins A, man, this started because you said he has improved at reading all three levels of the field. Do you still feel that way after watching that game? That is we just went over every pass.
We went over all the bad passes. We didn't go over every pass.
No. I kept going, and I said, oh, yeah, that's a little 6-yard pass. That's a little 5-yard pass, a little out route to Tyreek out of bounds. I kept going past those, but I clicked on every one, and they played. I didn't narrate them because they were easy 5-yarders, this and that. We spent a little bit more time on Waddles. But what I'm saying to you is reading all three levels of the field. Did you see that?
Yeah, he left more to be desired for sure. I mean, I said it in the beginning.
Did he read all? Did you see improvement on reading all three levels of the field? Because that's the worst film study I've done on Tua in 2 years. And I'm very critical.
You replayed the Titans game all offseason. I think that was the worst, but
No. This was the worst because at least the Titans was being brutal with pressure on them and everything. This was the worst to me because we have never had a game with that many wide open people. I mean, just blatantly wide open. But all I'm saying, bro, if we could take what he just did, 12 plays, and brush it off and be like, yeah, everybody had bad days, we got problems. All we want to do is look at these 4 clips because they can't give you more than 4 plays on Twitter that they happy about. They keep on posting 4 little clips on Twitter because that's all they can find. That'll make people be like, oh, that was nice. But where are the people posting this? And it ain't picking on them. These are all facts.
No, he put it on film. He put it on film. It's there.
These are all facts. It ain't picking on them. So at the end of the day, he did that in a win. When we lose and he do that, don't sit there and act brand new like, well, he had a bad game today. But he had a good game in the first week. So I'm sorry. But believe it or not, I think he will have a big game versus Baltimore. I believe he will turn this around because he's going to go look at this film. Mike McDaniel is going to say, oh, heck no.
Exactly.
This is what you did with Flores. Let's correct that. Let's correct that. We can't have this.
One thing Tua has shown that he will do is once he does something on film, he tries not to do it again, at least for some things. So I think...
But the biggest thing he needed to improve, remember, I said one of Tua's biggest areas is the intermediate throw over the linebacker under the safety. He won't even throw them. Because let me tell you, last year, every time he threw it, it was either picked or almost picked. That's where most of his picks came from. That intermediate over the linebacker under the safety, he either oversells it, and then the safety just pick it off, or he undersells it. He just, for some reason, just ain't good at those throws. Sometimes he'll hit them, but it has to be a narrow, straight beeline. He ain't putting touch on none of those. He has to be able to bullet it. But there's times where you got to make a throw where you put it up and in there. He ain't making them throws. He won't even attempt them because he struggles with it. Tua has an issue with touch. He has an issue with the 15-yard touch pass. And I saw him do it once in preseason. I was like, oh, that's rare. But this was bad, man. I ain't gonna hold you much longer. I really respect you for coming through and speaking your talk, bro. I gotta get up out of here. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Same, bro. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, this is why they hate me. Because y'all not finna sit here and have this false advertisement out here making it seem like, look at all the improvement. One could argue what we just saw on tape was actually worse than we've ever seen in a game. One could argue that's even worse. And the only thing they could come back to is, yeah, but that Waddle throw, really? Really? But hey, I'm just a guy trying to tell the truth. and getting killed about it. But it's all good because I don't care. This is TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm always keeping 100 at the end of the day. Tua, he got to get better. This is the last opportunity he going to have to get better. He got to put out better than he put out on Sunday versus the Patriots. I believe he'll have better showings. He's going to have some better games than this. He's definitely going to have some better games than this. You'll see. All right. So this is definitely not his ceiling. This is definitely not his ceiling. Tua will have better games than this. But let's be honest and acknowledge this was not a good game at all. This TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. See y'all soon.